Well, hello. Pretty sure we're started. We are indeed. Hello. Hey, Melanie. Just gonna play a little bit of Skyrim. Give it a shot. See how it goes. It's probably gonna play some later on today. I'm gonna probably play some Surrounded. Looks like they got a pretty big patch that came out. As soon as they start live streaming, I gotta start coughing into the microphone. Wouldn't be a day without it. How am I feeling today? I don't know. I think there's a bug going around in my house. I think two of my dogs got it. I've got it. So there's something going around. I'm doing pretty well. All right. So let's see. Do we have like a quest log or something? Okay, that's Q. Okay. Character? No, that's auto run. Inventory. Potions, miscellaneous books. Do we have like a quest log? Tab maybe? Escape? Oh, here we go. Quests. So before the storm. So I gotta talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. I've already talked to Alvar of River. What's up, MC Dilliga? Good to see you. Hey, Just Cuz, good to see you. I'm just gonna be chilling over here playing some video games, guys. So might not be the stream for you unless you're just wanting to chat with each other in fellowship. Probably won't be talking about some of the goofy stuff going on. You know who? Let's see, miscellaneous. Join the Legion. Join the Imperial Legion or visit the College of Winter. Okay, interesting. Map. So it looks like I got to go this way. So there's Whiterun. And how do I get rid of these? M1. Mouse 1 is set a destination. I don't really want that destination. I want to get rid of that. Oh, this is journal. Okay. Hadvar's uncle Alvar asked me to take word to the Jarl of Whiterun of the dragon attack in Helgen, and to ask the Jarl to send soldiers to protect Riverwood. Seems easy enough. All right, let's go. All right, looks like we gotta go this way. Kind of looks like, I don't know if we should wait till the morning. Can we sleep somewhere?
Can I help you?
Wanted to stop by and say hello. Well, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello.
Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here.
Friend.
From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
Okay.
Whatever you need. My Ysmir, if it's simple and strong, I can forge it.
Keep your guard up. I hope I'll see you in Solitude. Good luck.
Who are those
You
other
didn't know?
prisoners?
That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
I don't pay much attention to current events.
Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire.
Okay. Who are the
You haven't
Stormcloaks?
heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King.
Oh, that's
That
not
got
nice.
the Empire's attention.
All right. How did you capture Ulfric?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
Okay. I thought dragons were all dead long ago.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
Why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
All right. That's
Be
it.
careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
Wonder if I can sleep here. I guess I can. Wonder if I get in trouble. Let me save first. How do I save again? System. Ah, there we go. Save. All right. Go to sleep. So it is 12. Let's go for at least like 6 hours. Get a nice 6 hours sleep in. Get up around 7 a.m. We'll have the light, less creepy crawlies
Damn
out there.
Stormcloak rebels.
And I probably should get some of these, some of this food, but I think we'll be all right. All right, chat. So we know we got to go. Well, it seems to be this away. Just kind of want to make sure. I want to make sure I got the earbuds in the right way. Look at all the salmon. Solomon. Wonder if I can cook it over a fire. Excuse me. Hope everyone's doing well today. Harvest some thistle. Oh, I guess all mushrooms. I did. I did see thistle. What's my weight at? 161. Well, whoa, just a rabbit. It was coming right for me, chat. You saw it. All right, I hear wolves. Sound like they're down there, but I can't. Okay. Yep, these are definitely backwards. What's up, G-Swag? Feeding baby mamas and sipping on some swag juice. Currently, comment for the algorithm. Thank you. Hope you're staying safe over there. So you guys, I don't know if you guys caught Rabbit's stream last night, but he might have been onto something about you-know-who. Uh-oh, detected. Okay. Well, red circuit. Take that wolf belt. Maybe we can make something or can it or something. And ooh, what is that? Like a gem? Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird. That was like a gem, like a blue gem. Look at our map here, see if we're on the right. We are. We are heading the right way. Yeah. I had Rabbit stream last night. If you guys look at my generally specific post, it would explain a lot. It would explain why these ne'er-do-wells seem to be protected and aren't being prosecuted by prosecutors. Now, some of these prosecutors seem to be George Soros appointed types, if you know, you know, DEI types. Questionable origins, questionable motives. Can't tell if these guys are bandits or not. Just villagers. Who are they fighting? What's up, JP? Questionable funding. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's pretty interesting, Chad. It is definitely interesting. You got tundra cotton, lavender. That's supposed to be an endocrine disruptor. Mountain flowers. Lots of herbs, Chad. I wonder if I can do herbology and stuff. Yeah, it's got me kind of wondering if they might be Transtifa adjacent. If you know, you know. Apparently JD Lang or whatever his name is, or apparently he coined Transtifa. Kind of funny. Oh. I wonder if I can sell some of this stuff. I don't know how heavy this stuff gets. About 2 pounds total. There's a bull. It's making me wonder. It's making me wonder how charges just seem to drop off, or papers don't seem to get served. Search a small sack. Should I eat these? Should I take these apples? A basket. Was I meant to go a different direction? I don't know how I get up. field. What's up, lady? Wendell.
Yes?
Okay. Not very chatty, Kathy. It really does make me question if there might be some connections there. Especially when they claimed that there was a female FBI agent that was investigating all kinds of stuff. And you even heard Finkel not too long ago saying something about that Chris claimed that the FBI would be reaching out to him shortly. Well, that never seemed to happen. What's up, King Bluto? Hope you're doing well. Maybe I went the whole wrong way with this. But it does make you scratch the old noggin, doesn't it? Does make you scratch the old noggin just a wee bit. Makes you ponder. Can I get across? I can. Oi. Makes you scratch your head. Makes you wonder, is there some shady stuff going on? Are these professional agitators and doxers? You know, it's kind of funny because Rabbit said he started off kind of memeing it. You know, just memeing it and kind of trolling them a little bit. The more you kind of dug into it, and the more pictures that were presented, it seems like there might be something to it, my friends. There might be something to it. Good old Grifty Chris and Tiffany Napier might be dyed-in-the-wool communists, Marxist, Trans-Tifa agitators. I mean, it would all check out with Chris. That would definitely check out. Because never seen a construction guy with such a nice manicure. He really does take care of his fingers, doesn't he?
Halt.
Okay.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I got halted. Riverwood calls for the Jarl's aid.
Riverwood's in danger too. You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Alright, fair enough, dude. People want to think big or high-profile agitators. They fail to see just local agitators. Yeah, I think they might be onto something there, MC. And you know, the funny thing is MC Dilligaff and
Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
I think that MC Dilligaff and our politics probably don't align. On some things they probably do quite a bit.
More swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill in
What's up,
order
Karma's
that
helper?
size on my own.
There's a little bit of yawning going on today. I'm just warning you now. So I apologize ahead of time. It's been a day. I've been fighting a stomach bug or something. No, I'm not going to steal. So we can talk to him.
Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
Why the name Drunken Huntsman? Who should I talk to for work?
Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming...
I'm drinking coffee too, though.
Rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my... well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop.
Okay. What have you got for
What are
sale?
you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
It's a little aggressive. All right, barter. Items above the divider line belong to the vendor. Items below the line to you. To buy or sell an item, select the E button. Okay, fair enough. What about miscellaneous? Okay. Let's see. Exit. Maybe I can sell some of these herbs. Oh, wait, what? What happened?
What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Okay. Wait, what?
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
Food? Where's the line? What line? I don't see a line. You see a line, chat? Cooked catfish. Okay. Apparel. So he's got a banded iron shield. Can I compare that? Okay, so the armor rating would increase my armor rating by 2. MC Dilgav says, GS, it's more like I'm okay if you like Brussels sprouts. I'm okay if you eat them around me. I'm just not going to eat them. I still like you. That's adulting. It's when someone forces me to eat them. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's pretty well said, actually. Yeah, I think I'll hold off on. I got lockpicks. I guess I can buy that. I probably should, right? Oh, okay. So this is my stuff. Let's see. Ingredients. Rock warbler egg. Okay. Food. Yeah, apparel. I mean, I probably don't need light armor. I guess I probably don't need that, so I need to lose some weight anyway, right? Weapons. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, maybe I just stick with... Maybe I should have a variety of weapons, though. Steel's not bad, though. Steel dagger would be nice, right? Hang on to that. I mean, does almost as much damage as the iron sword does.
Thank you very much for your business.
Okay. So, I guess I gotta go out here. Nobody learns if they don't have a relationship where someone thinks differently. Like, yep, yeah, I agree. I do concur. I'm really jonesing to play some Surrounded. Chat. Differences are good. I agree.
Get them fresh from the farms daily.
If you were getting them from my farm, they'd be twice as fresh.
And what does the Empire? Nothing made worse than nothing.
This guy seems pretty upset.
Against its own people.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Rise up, children of the air.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World's gone
Embrace
mad.
the word of mighty Talos, he who is both man and divine.
Far apart in thinking. Yeah. No, she's just afraid you.
Iron sword's pretty undependable.
She's afraid you're gonna stop peeping through her windows. You guys crack me up, dude. You guys crack me up. You enjoy picking on her. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Alright, guess we go talk to the Jarl.
There's no telling what it means. My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just
What's
think
the
we need
meaning
more
of this
information
interruption?
before we act.
Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack. Alvor sent me.
House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
Dragon has destroyed Helgen. I was told to give the message directly to the Jarl.
Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to
Hero.
think...
I want to hear what he has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
The dragon destroyed Helgen. Alvor is afraid Riverwood is next.
Alvor? The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials are trying to cut off my head. I was there. I saw the dragon burn Helgen to the ground.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is
Falkreath
lurking in the
will
mountains...
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
So angry he can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days ago.
And I think
It takes a while to make
Karma's like, it's because Muxter's just acting like a jagoff. I'm trying to be respectful because
all you ever do is complain about
I'm trying to act
I
respectful.
think I found someone who can help you with your
I'm going to tell Falcon
dragon
said that.
project.
He'll tan your hide
Go
with
ahead and
dirt.
fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
All right, where am I going and what am I fetching? What does this have to do with dragons? Just tell me what you need me to do. Okay.
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything else you can tell me about the Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you
Homie
in the right
Badger.
direction once you get there.
How do you know this stone tablet is in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Okay. How do you enchant weapons and armor?
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
Tell me more about the Dragon War.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, The dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords.
So were all the dragons killed in the Dragon War? Obviously not.
Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgroof's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name.
All right, MC.
Dragon's Reach.
What have you got for sale? Or are you the only wizard in Whiterun? And where can I learn more about magic? I think we're good.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and save this because
Jarl is not a patient.
I think I'm just going to... I think I'm going to switch over to...
Dragon.
how do I escape? Oh, I think I have to do this, and there we go. Close window. So you guys saying that the honey badger was live? Kind of, I don't know. Kind of not really feeling that game right now. Wonder if I can do... Are you saying Shadowfinkel was on? Just recently? Says new to me. I think I saw that one already today. Yeah, I already watched that one. Man, I just have no energy, guys. I am so sorry. Not really feeling my best right now. But what we can do is we can watch a show, I think. I mean, I need to catch up on Fleckus anyway. See what's going on in the world a little bit. All right, hold on. All right, this is a little bit old, guys, but we're gonna hang out. We're gonna listen to some Fleckus talks. This one's a little old, but we got some episodes to go through where we're just hanging out.
On it, the ADL or anybody with right wing or left wing political violence probably will put it in the undetermined category once again.
Good point.
I love it.
Which takes us to our Antifa section. We have a little bit of an Antifa update here.
Before we get to Antifa, so that's like Charlie Kirk, the Free Palestine shooting, and an ABC shooting. And it's all happening in quick succession, basically in a week. So just realize where we're at with the temperature right now, guys.
Yeah, that's a good point. Things are accelerating. We have a bunch of Antifa stories in this next segment. First is one from 2023. There was an Antifa bomb attempt on a Michael Knowles event.
Yeah.
Can you read that, please?
Yeah. Pittsburgh Antifa bomb-making terror couple, Brian DePippa and Crystal DePippa, have been federally sentenced after both pleaded guilty over a bombing attack to try to stop a Michael Knowles event at the University of Pittsburgh in 2023.
So this is interesting right there. And there are people in my chat who have made the claim that the White House had put out some kind of study that the right wing is actually doing all the political V word. And I don't think that that's true. I think the absolute vast majority of it is coming from the left. And now you're hearing some of the stories. So getting rid of a study that's flawed isn't hiding the truth. It's correcting the lie. If it isn't indeed, in fact, it was a lie, right? So... I mean, I have my ears, I have my eyes, I have my heart, I have my gut. I do listen to a great variety of sources, everything from the left to center to the right. And I think I've think I've got a pretty good lay of the land. And I would say that my gut would tell me that that study needed to be gotten rid of because it was wholly propaganda for the most part. And we're probably going to hear some examples of why it is propaganda. I mean, how many Christians of all things need to be sacrificed before people realize that Christians aren't really left leaning?
Brian pleaded guilty to conspiracy and obstruction of law enforcement, and he was sentenced to 5 years. Crystal received a sweetheart deal for pleading guilty to obstruction of law enforcement and was sentenced to only 3 years of probation. They'll also have to pay over $47,000 to a campus officer who suffered injuries. The DePippa couple and their Antifa comrades attacked attendees of the event. Brian hurled an explosive at police, causing injuries to officers. They also used homemade smoke devices to obscure vision and cause panic in the crowd.
So they were attacking a Michael Knowles event. Michael Knowles, if you guys don't know, wears a bow tie.
Yeah.
He's a completely normal guy.
Smokes cigars. He'll talk to you very nicely.
Nice Catholic man. He wears a bow tie. And that is like the extremists they needed to attack. And they explained in this next tweet, Andy knows next tweet, it was about transphobic hate speech was the motivation.
Yeah, the network justified the attack saying it was to stop transphobic hate speech. The words echoed the Charlie Kirk assassin suspect. So they'll take anything, any actor, anybody who isn't fully in line with their trans agenda. They'd probably hit the Wikipedia headquarters if they didn't immediately change that page.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the most innocuous talking points, it's kind of open season on you. And this is from 2023. We've seen the recent ramp up in the trans violence and rhetoric. And be careful out there, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, and we have a picture of the couple. This loser pussy and his Asian wife planned a bombing of a Michael Knowles event. And it's not the terrorist from Jack Ryan like you're used to.
Yeah, it's not Muhammad al-Jafari, and he's got a network, and he also knows how to counteract the CIA and shit. It's just like stupid idiots who are doing this in public, and that's why we want to see Trump, declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Like, these guys go to meetings, they go to community events, like, where they're together plotting with other Antifa people. The shit is more organized than you think, and it's easy to locate them before the fact of a impromptu bombing instead of after. And this guy's just a pussy.
That's what, Antifa are such pussies. That's what I have written down.
They are.
And they're not even like, oh, well, in numbers, they're actually scary. Like, 90% of show watchers can beat up an Antifa person every time.
Yeah, one-on-one for sure, but they try to get you with a bike clock on the side of the head, or they try to get you with some sort of like battery acid or something when you're not looking. It's all sneaky, subversive stuff instead of like confrontation. They're not like beating you like the British and American cavalry or something.
There's that word. That word seems to be coming back, doesn't it? Retard, subversive, the JQ, all kinds of bagel stuff starting to happen. Guys, pay attention.
Something in a field. They're trying to sneak around, firebomb something. So that's why they need to be treated as a terrorist organization. And then this is some sort of fundraising or like announcement about it. Yeah, you can write or donate. It says free Pepe and Crystal, free them all. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. They really support.
It is kind of funny, like Pepe the Frog. There's Pepe. This is a meme. Got to put him in the crystals, and Pepe the Frog, like Keek, LOL. This whole thing is just, we're in the Matrix, guys. Just people got to pay attention. Don't take life too seriously, guys. Just try to laugh, enjoy. That's what we got to remind ourselves of that.
Each other even after they got caught or like crossed a line, right?
Yeah. And like we said, Antifa are like really, really big pussies.
Yeah.
And we have
I've never seen like a Chad or a really strong one or anybody who's like, oh, send in the tank. That's Brian. He does the heavy lifting. I haven't seen it.
I haven't. I've been to Portland, and I did a video confronting them, and I was like literally calling them pussies to their faces, and they were like, "What was that?" I was like, "You're a pussy."
Yeah.
And we actually, have a video of them training to confront ICE. Here's what that looks like.
I gotta get lower. So much strength, but I stayed up at least. That's the point, right?
So they're all just pushing each other around, horsing around.
They're training.
Yeah. And this kind of looks like what the O-line used to do in the corner of the end zone when we were playing college football. But if our coach saw us going that hard, he'd tell us we were brother-in-lawing.
Yeah.
Meaning treating the other guy like your brother-in-law.
And taking
going
it off.
easy on him, taking a play off.
Taking a play off.
But these guys, this is what they're up to.
Skinny arms, mask, pussy.
And then they also are just in a big group planning on pushing ice. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push ice.
Can't make this
That's
stuff
the
up.
plan.
Yeah.
And like we said, any one of us could beat them in a fight, but when you fight them, you get arrested.
You liked that premiere yesterday, huh? You finally got to hear Mimsy's accent and hear how he sounds sweet and innocent. But we know that he's always up to some shenanigans. Indeed. J.D. Lay. Oh, is that how it is? J.D. Lay? I went to... Yeah, I saw some of that too. Yeah, some crazy stuff going on, guys. I think it's time to break out the wood chipper. If you know, you know. All right, that goes there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. The beginning of your combat on your turn, non-equipment artifact you control becomes a. Okay. Guess we'll take that. No, I don't think anyone's gonna take that. I think I'll just hate draft that other one. Or maybe not. Maybe I do. Yeah, I think I'm going to hate draft that other one. Or, no, I think I do this one. There we go. All right.
And not them because they're protected. One of the reasons they're protected is because the ADL controls how Antifa is labeled not a terrorist group. And I saw this post, this video from Harrison at InfoWars. Listen to how he explains it.
The ADL says it themselves, May 30th, 2014. Did you know the ADL trains every new FBI agent on their role as protectors of the American people and the Constitution? Well, that's got to be a good thing, right? I mean, they're the Anti-Defamation League. They're the ones who know all about hate. They're the best to tell everybody.
You're starting to say all the quiet parts out loud, boys. That's why you know we're about to go to war, my friends. That's why you know we're about to go to war. They cannot let us live with this. They can't. We're not allowed to live. They're going to send us off to wars to die so that they can continue to weaken our gene pool. Watch, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There's war coming, boys. And my prediction is it's going to be like a giant crusade. All right? It's going to be a crusade. That's the war. It's going to be the Crusades to end all crusades. It's going to be equivalent to a World War III situation. And my prediction is Islam will be snuffed out to the point where all but the most hidden people that practice that religion will be just removed from the face of the earth. Because one would have to ask oneself, right? Who benefits when Christians and Islam, when Christianity and Islam go to war? Like who benefits? All right. I think I'm gonna go with this. So the question has to be, who benefits the most when Christianity and Islam go to war? Seems like a pretty obvious answer to me, my friends. Pretty obvious answer to me. Well, there's a particular country in a particular part of the world that seems to be surrounded by Muslims. It's the only form of democracy, is what they tell us. Why is that such a low? I don't understand. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. I think I'd take that one. There's another surveil. All right, here we go.
But the problem is, if you go to the ADL, you can find articles like this. Who are Antifa? And they say this. Antifa is a decentralized, leaderless movement.
Huh. It's almost like Chris Ryder, Tiffany Napier being called down to Carrollton, Kentucky, in order to protest anything that might be in support of law and order or right-leaning or... Uh-oh. Why is it saying I lost my connection? That's not good. All right. Sure. Let's go ahead and do that. What is that? That is flying. I think we'll do that. Okay. All right, let's try to make a deck out of this.
Movement composed of those collections of groups, networks, and individuals. Persistent disinformation campaigns about Antifa distort public perception of the movement. Antifa's professed purpose is to vigorously oppose fascism, guys. It's in the name. They're the anti-bad guy contingent, so how could they be bad? They're the anti-bad guys. It's in the name.
Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why whenever there's like a fight with like Proud Boys versus Antifa, the Proud Boys go to jail for 5 years minimum, and then Antifa kind of just dissolves.
There it is. Whoop, there it is.
And disappears, and it's just a random group.
Yeah, so those training materials are the most generous. So the ADL, they keep control of the political violence statistics, and then they tell you Antifa's nothing. So any Antifa violence doesn't get counted because those are just bad actors with some sort of information manipulation. So it's a real dark backroom thing that's going on to kind of keep the information obscure from people like you, right?
And that's how you get to the conclusion that, there's all this right-wing violence.
Yeah, duh.
Because they control the definitions, they control the terms. And I'm actually happy because Trump recently labeled them a terrorist organization, so maybe there's a world where we can find out who the friends of ADL, which friends of the ADL are paying Antifa to do what they're doing. I think that's what comes next.
Yeah.
All right, we have a Charlie Kirk update. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, there was a really nice event for him in Arizona at that football stadium, and it was great.
I love it. I love it, Karma. Oh goodness. Oh, that brings back memories. I love the smile. That's hilarious, Karma. Thanks for sharing.
300,000 people showed up, hundreds of millions of views and streams and social media views. We're going to show more of that in Uplifting Gold. But there was an agitator group from a few days ago that I wanted to show from New York.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Racist bastard!
Sounds like they really want to fight. I'm not sure that they really want to do that. I don't think they've really thought this through.
Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Spit on your grave! Spit on your grave! I'll never be a slave! 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 I'll never be a slave!
I'll never have a job. I'll never go to work. Like, you can replace it with anything, and they're all going to be doing it anyway.
It doesn't seem organic to me.
Yeah.
Do you think those guys know anything about Charlie Kirk before this happened?
I don't know. Or if they just wanted to agitate or something like that.
You think he goes online and goes, oh, man, I wish you would debate me. I have a lot of ways to oppose your beliefs.
No, but I could believe just a pure hatred of white people could be behind some of this, you know?
I agree with that, but I think these types didn't know who Charlie Kirk was until the assassination, and now they're doing this. And it doesn't seem organic. I'm not saying they're being paid, but maybe there's some sort of hey, go out there and demonstrate. Yeah. And I think that, like I said in last episode, they're planting the seeds for the eventual race war.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Next, there was a Congress vote to condemn the killing of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and then Nick Soratora tweeted, back in June, every single House Republican voted to pass a resolution condemning the killing of Melissa Hortman. But this morning, a few days ago, 96 Democrats voted either against or present on a resolution condemning the killing of Charlie Kirk.
Here's what I don't get. First of all, I'm sure everyone voted to condemn the killing of George Floyd, right? I'm sure everyone did.
I don't know.
But what does this do?
Nothing.
Why is our Congress voting to condemn the killing of Charlie Kirk? Don't we have bills to pass? Aren't we giving all of our money to Israel and Ukraine?
They wanted to waste a little time on something, I guess.
But what is that? All it does is show you who didn't vote. So then you can go, oh, we're mad at so-and-so for not voting.
Yeah, it's a very stupid thing, I think. Yeah.
Vote to condemn the killing. The man is dead. And now we're going to vote to say you're either happy or sad about that.
Yeah.
It's like fucking wasting time.
I know, it's little kid shit. I don't agree with it
What
at
is
all.
everyone? Why don't we just go do our jobs? And then Jasmine Crockett reacted to this, and she had something stupid to say.
One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so...
Spell rhetoric.
Yeah, spell Caucasian.
Do you know that there's an H?
R-H-E-T-O-R-I-C.
It's like there's no counting. It's spelling.
Caucasian. Let's see. C-A...
C-O-C-K.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, so she's obviously a retard, low IQ, and just stirring the pot, being used as an agitator.
She's
not
being
even
racist after the fact of a useless vote condemning Charlie Kirk. She gets on CNN, she goes in studio, and, you know, that's the extent of, like, what some of our Congress people are up to.
Yeah.
Useless vote, useless talking about it after. Also, you can kind of self-aggrandize and promote yourself, even though part of promoting yourself is, like, showing half the world you're retarded.
Yeah.
The people who like her nod along and go, yeah, good point, Jasmine. They do this shit. But she's just showing half the world she's retarded. And then wasting time, wasting all of our
It's
time.
almost like she's...
Why does it keep doing that?
When people like us on a Fat Racist podcast say, oh, this person's low IQ, like an idiot, then it's like, oh, everyone's racist. They call in Jasmine low
Is it because
IQ.
this?
She a congresswoman. So it's almost like they send her out knowing that a just reaction of like, this person's not that smart will be their way of saying, oh, look how racist they are for calling a black woman stupid.
For sure.
They like that about her.
Yeah.
And then Ilhan Omar was saying a bunch of stupid stuff about Charlie Kirk as well, even though she committed immigration fraud and literally married her brother.
Yeah, she said he belonged in the dustbin of history, stuff like that.
And she covers her head.
Yeah.
Stupid. And
she's like cheated on her husband. She had like multiple affairs and stuff. She's like a real scumbag person. There's not like some sort of, she's really religious. She wears the headscarf and then goes and cheats.
Yeah.
Goes and meets up with a staffer and starts cheating.
We got to send her back.
I think we're actually close, guys. I think, like, she did commit immigration fraud.
Yeah.
Literally married her brother.
Yeah.
And so I think...
That's illegal.
Yeah, and I think we're at a point where we can legitimately denaturalize her. And she's such an agitator, and it might be some sort of rallying cry for the left, but I don't care, full steam ahead. And you know what's funny? I was thinking about this. Like, I don't hate Ilhan Omar in the context of her existing as a person, but I hate Ilhan Omar in America with a modicum of power. And if she was back in Somalia, I'd go, have fun. I wouldn't think about her ever again if she was back in Somalia. And that's why, like, deportation is, like, totally on the table.
I really hope so.
She there was a video of her saying, oh, I dream of going back to Somalia. And it's like, we can make that reality. We can make that happen.
There's a flight soon. Yeah. And I actually saw this post. It's a tweet. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. But it's her net worth over the last 5 years.
Yeah. She started in debt, and then she went to 65K, 115K, 205K. And then in 2024, she's all of a sudden worth $30 million. What a scam.
How did that happen?
Yeah. She gave money to probably her spouse through, contracts she controlled or something. It definitely wasn't organic. I think a congressman's salary is 170, 180K-ish.
Maybe she worked for 300 years.
Yeah, maybe she worked between 2023 and 2024. She may have worked for 300 years.
It's crazy how corrupt they all are, isn't it? Isn't it crazy how insanely corrupt they are? Never ends. Let's see. Can I discard that? I think I'm going to do this. No, I think I do this. Yeah. I think I'll get that out. And I think I will swing for one.
Yeah. Or maybe she has some book. I'm sure there's a book deal where they pay you up front and you owe them a book that no one's really going to read, but it's a way of just like funneling you money.
Yeah.
So either way, not good. And to close out this section, obviously the FBI's story of what happened is becoming less believable by the day. They just over the weekend said that the 30-06 round that went through Charlie's neck stopped and then stayed in his body. And there's a lot of hunters and military people on.
And keep in mind, guys, this is all like 11 days old and stuff, so it's not quite accurate. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I think we're gonna go ahead and kill that. Try to kill it. So a lot of this is probably old, probably has been corrected by now. So if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Online who are like, yo, you could take down a moose with that. Doesn't really make sense. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but doesn't really make sense. And there's like military snipers who have killed 1 million guys, and they go, I've never seen a bullet, 30-06, not go through.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of things about 30-06 rounds going through like steel plates and stuff.
I think a half-inch steel plate it goes through. And then Steve Bannon even said 0% of the War Room team believes the official narrative. Same boat here for me, at least. And I did see this one post that was compelling. Someone analyzed the audio. They took all the different camera angles, synced them up, and then analyzed the audio from where they were. Can you read that first tweet?
Acoustic analysis confirms shooter was near ground level 70 to 90 feet away, not a rooftop. Crack bang intervals across all recordings, 0.08 to 0.14 seconds equals 70 to 90 feet distance. Closest audio clip shows a total crack bang overlap impact near or clear equals less than 100 feet.
And keep in mind, less than 100 feet, that's very close. And then what they were saying was it was 200 yards away?
Yes.
Or 150 yards away or 200? I think it was 200.
200 yards.
So 200 yards is like, what, 600 feet?
Yes.
So even if it's not that accurate or less than 100 feet is a lot different than 600 feet.
Yeah, and then basically he made a map here triangulating the overlap from all the camera positions and their audio to come up with like a range of where the shot could have come from.
And then you connect where all the circles intersect, and it's that stairwell that showed the muzzle flash, and people corrected me last time and said that that was a fixed window, but the muzzle flash in that window, I believe, was a reflection from someone on the stairs. Also, a little correction from last episode, too. Remember the guy who went behind the tree and disappeared?
Yeah, understand that there's going to be a lot of corrections, guys. There's going to be a lot of things that people are going to figure out. So, like I said, this is 11 days old. It is what it is. I'm going to let this play, guys, because I gotta let my dog out because I'm live streaming. Of course, he has to go out. He's such a good boy, though. He's such a good boy. All right, guys, I will be right back. Un momento, por favore. Por favore. All right. All right.
Yeah. Someone who was on the campus went there, and then they told me that there's like a staircase back there, so he could have gone down the stairs and then turned or something. So that wasn't what I thought it was.
Say sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Well, but I am digging. I am searching. Obviously, the story that came out does not make sense to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was a bullet at this point.
And hey, listen,
it could have been one of those weird.
And they say there's a bullet in Charlie Kirk's neck. It's one of these weird things where there's a lot of questions, but to come out and say it was a miraculous. They called Charlie the Man of Steel, and it was a miraculous that the bullet went.
And the boomers are like.
Yeah. It's really weird. And there's not much affirmative evidence for something else is what I think. But man, the story is not getting easier to defend or anything. So it's very weird. The thing is, this kid has parents and like a dad who recognizes the gun and all that. So like there are actors who hold some of the answers out there. It's just a matter of it trickling down and being fully affirmed to us, laundered through the FBI. And that being trustworthy or an acceptable story, it's kind of sad. In 2025, this day and age, it's almost like you're not going to get a clear answer in any way. Is how I feel, at least.
But the good news is, back in, for example, 9/11, how long did it take people to reject that story? Like 10 years, 20 years almost, right? And then COVID, faster. People are immediately like, what's going on here? So like the amount of time people take to reject the proposed narrative is shortening, and it's to the point now where this happened a couple weeks ago, and there's people who are like sleuthing autistically trying to figure it out. And when you have a guy do the audio analysis like that, and he has all the circles, I kind of like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what the FBI thinks that no one's really going to do, and they can just lie.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So we will hopefully figure it out. But the problem, too, and I was telling Ratboy this before the show, if you figure it out, you're dead.
Yeah, they fucking come and go like this. Boom.
So if we come on the show and go, guys, we figured it out. It's this person, blah, blah, blah. I found this camera angle no one else saw. It was so-and-so. And
or that
so-and-so.
Rudy Giuliani sue you for like $200 million, like the fat black woman who worked at that place in Fulton County, remember?
Yeah.
They'll come and take your watch collection. You're Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, or Alex Jones, Sandy Hook.
Yeah, they're going to come and take your entire company. So you really can't stick your neck out these days. But lawfare or you said kill, but they'll at least lawfare you to death.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
And you know, Fleckus in a court case. I wonder if the judge will be friendly. I wonder if jury selection's going to work out for me. Fuck no, it's not.
I have to wear a suit to that?
Yeah, you got to wear pants, buddy. You got to put on pants for the first time in months.
That's bad.
I know.
But we're going to figure it out.
That was Mr. X. Is Fleckus' defense. Nothing.
Imagine we get that going where whenever we present something, Mr. X, and then
become split. M. Night Shyamalan. You have split personalities.
And then I have to take a lie detector and say, are you Mr. X? And then I like truly don't think I am.
Yeah.
I have to like believe I'm not. So I'll spend weeks training to separate myself from Mr. X.
Absolutely.
I'm not Mr. X. I'm not Mr. X.
But yeah, man, it was weird. Bad updates that are just like, I'm supposed to explain the miracle bullet thing. There's a miracle bullet.
His bones were really strong. Yeah. And it's like your neck bones that are just like a bunch of little bones.
They're not even really connected.
Yeah.
They're like barely connected.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
But we're not being disrespectful.
Of course not. We just seek the truth.
We just seek the truth, and that is our responsibility, and we're going to keep doing that. All right, let's get to our migrant section. First, we have some people in LA who are training to oppose ICE, and this is what the meeting looks like.
Because it's such a huge coordinated attack against our communities, I have to assume at least one of you here is here for the wrong reasons. So if there is a pig in the room, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, we're not doing anything illegal. We're on the streets from 5:30 in the morning till past midnight, and it's been 7 days a week ever since these attacks have started. So people are putting it down.
So that's the energy.
That's the energy, and then the phrasing is important. They call them attacks on our communities. The verbiage is very important to kind of radicalize some people. And this is Union del Barrio. And they have like one guy who maybe knows what he's doing, had some sort of military or police experience, talking to a bunch of masked up, weak-armed pussies who are just going to like try to stand in front of a truck or something.
And women.
Yeah.
Women with like an old 70-year-old bob haircut.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get ready to oppose ICE. You ready? Are you ready, Deb?
Deb, go eat a few bullets. Go eat a few of those paintballs that are actually pepper spray, Deb.
And this is what that actually looks like. We have a Deb here who stands in front of the van.
They hit her with a couple. So they shoot her like 6 times after, like, stay down. And remember, like, just a few short months ago in the Biden administration, standing in front of a truck like this would have seriously halted everything for hours, maybe.
Yeah.
And now we have a mandate to get the fuck out of the way. You're an old woman in a stupid dress, eat some paintballs, right?
Yeah, it turns out that was a full-grown federal officer man in tactical gear, and you're a fat, Golgi-body lady.
Yeah.
You got to get out of the way.
It's a mismatch. We call that a mismatch in sports.
And if you were part of a team with good leadership, they wouldn't have sent you out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or maybe they thought it would be sympathetic, but you're getting tossed these days. It's a new world out there. And, that guy who is teaching the resistance group, it's kind of like you're leading people to a bad incident, right? A broken arm, a hurt eye, something to make you miss work. Pepper spray all over your face, you know?
You'll be good. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck out there.
You think I got this?
You remember the training, right?
Yeah, you got this.
No.
You think I got this? Yeah, you're going to be great.
He goes, think I got this? Yeah. Like one of those. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. You're going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, our next clip. Gypsy migrant type tells his son to steal the iPad.
Look at that energy. Staring, not shopping at all.
Yeah, Zelda.
Little kid steals, 7-year-old.
And this is how they view our country. It's like an opportunity for them to steal from because we're dumb for trusting them too much.
True.
And that's how they feel. That's how they feel about it.
Can't forget about gypsies.
Yeah.
I feel like they get lost because they're not a large group, but they're a really scumbag group.
Is gypsies ethnicity, or is it just a people that do a certain thing?
It's an ethnicity, like the Roma people, right? And they all look like that light brown. Their women are a certain type.
I just got like 2.5 dozen eggs. I didn't gather my eggs yesterday, so my goodness, that's a lot of eggs. Maybe 3 dozen eggs. Probably like 3 dozen, 3.5 dozen eggs I just collected. It's crazy, man. They are, with a rooster around, they really do lay a lot.
Little gypsy in me.
No, you don't. You have nothing. You have nothing.
Right on. Yeah. Right on, brother.
All right.
All right. Well, similar energy for people that want to take advantage of us because we're too trusting and dumb.
But they're like tiny though. They're like still small huevos. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna crack them all up. I'm gonna put them in my whisk, my KitchenAid, whisk them up, and then freeze them. And I know you can do it in like ice cube trays too. You can kind of freeze them like that. It's great for it might be 3 days, honestly, but it's like we have 17 chickens, and I mean, I had a pitcher like this, and I just filled it all the way up with little eggs. Even they're not even like full on eggs. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it was 3 days. I don't know. I thought my wife had gotten some yesterday, but maybe she didn't, or the day before yesterday. Maybe she did. That might be fake news.
We have an H-1B update area of our podcast now.
Yeah. Thank you. Very eloquent. You should teach a class on H-1Bs or something to a room full of Antifa retards. So basically, H-1B, there was a big thing that popped up over the weekend, I think starting on Friday. President Trump was expected to add a new $100,000 fee for H-1B visas. H-1B sparked a debate amongst the right wing, the tech right, and then the nationalist right back in December, where Vivek basically came out and said, you guys watch too much Saved by the Bell, import 1 billion Indians. Elon kind of loosely backed him up. But a lot of the normal right-wingers pointed out the flaws in that logic. So Trump said that he was expected to add a new $100,000 fee for H-1B visas. He held a press conference of him signing the executive order.
I gotta say, guys, I've been kind of like looking for entertainment on the interwebs while I haven't been doing my live streams, and I think with the exception of Killa, Rabbit, Boot, and of course KDZ and KFAR, there's really slim pickings out there, chat. There's really not a lot of interesting stuff going on. I mean, except for bigger shows like this. I'm talking about like just interesting, kind of want to listen and kind of like unplug your brain for a little while, just hang out, kind of fellowship kind of thing. Interesting to me. Interesting. It's my favorite word. Interesting. What are we going to do here? I think I'm going to do... this.
Where Howard Lutnick was there, and he said this is going to be a $100,000 fee per year, which H-1B is supposed to be a program that lets people come into the United States to do jobs that Americans can't do. There aren't enough talented people to do it. And so a $100,000 fee per year, a company would be glad to pay that. A Fortune 100, Fortune 500 company, that's such a deal. Because
It's the only way to get the guy. It's the only way to get him.
I need this guy to make Netflix run great. I need this guy so Apple can do the next iPhone again. A slightly better camera and slightly better battery life. And so that was kind of the justification, and we all...
If your view of freedom is hurting hands, hurting hands or putting hands on civilians, then we have two different views of freedom. Are you talking to me, or are you talking to the people that have been talking? I just went outside and collected some eggs, so I don't know, I'm not exactly sure who you're talking to when you say you.
Celebrated it. We thought it was going to go to existing H-1B holders. There was kind of this weird gray area when they announced it, where it looked like a total right-wing victory. And 100,000.
I mean, sounds like some libtard shit if you ask me, though. Not surprising.
$1 fee obviously prevents a lot of the fraud. Bringing my cousin over here to work in the gas station, bringing a pickleball instructor over. A lot of the stuff starts to, the scammy, low-level, low-hanging fruit area of it starts to not make economic sense if there's a fee, right? Then after that, when we were celebrating this victory, Caroline Leavitt came out, the press secretary, and said, to be clear, this is not an annual fee. It's a one-time fee that applies only to the petition requesting the H-1B. Those who already hold H-1B visas are currently outside of the country right now will not be charged $100,000 to re-enter. So that was an immediate fear. A lot of the fake H-1B people who actually have been living in India all this time doing a remote job, they thought they were going to have to come back, and flights from Mumbai to San Francisco were like $5,000, which I loved. I loved seeing that.
We're going to get to that in a sec.
H-1B visa holders can leave and re-enter the country to the same extent as they normally would. Whatever ability they have to do that now is not impacted by yesterday's proclamation. And then she announced that this applies only to new visa holders.
You ever notice there's always some like gate guarding, pearl clutching, tone policing, libtard, always just ready to tell you some shit that you didn't even ask for on the internet. They just can't wait to tell you their opinion of you. You ever notice that, guys? Kind of brilliant, isn't it? There's just like, nobody asked you. Nobody asked you at all. Whoopsie. Why do I feel like that's bait? Feels like bait to me. I'm not gonna block it.
Not renewals and not current visa holders. It will apply in the next upcoming lottery cycle. So basically neutered it after the announcement where
neutered it.
Where we thought it was a total victory, right?
But as soon as it was announced, though, like you said, a lot of the Indian people who were fraudulently working in India but claiming to be in America on H-1B, they would have to get back before the deadline. And we have some context about that.
Yeah, flights from India to the U.S. have surged to 4,500 USD because of all the people on, quote, vacation coming back. Except they're not on vacation. They've been illegally working out of India once they secured their H-1B. You have to understand how utterly corrupt these people are.
And then we have a funny situation where people on 4chan were reserving flights, and then for 15 minutes, they'll keep your reservation until you finish the checkout process.
Yeah.
And then they would just start a new thing where they're saying, oh, I want to fly from India to America. And you pick a couple seats and you hold it for 15 minutes. So they kept doing that. Can you read that?
Yeah, 4chan is reserving flight tickets from India to the U.S. In the checkout stage, so no H-1B can use them to get to the U.S. before the deadline. And so this was during that brief moment
hilarious.
where we thought we had a total victory.
That's kind of pretty hilarious.
And we were charging them out the ass to come back. And somebody was posting the top 25 highest traffic India to U.S. flights. It's all, Delhi to different New York and West Coast airports, Bombay and Bangalore. Bangalore?
Yeah, something like
so.
that.
All right. But yeah, so a lot of patriots on 4chan were just doing the God's work there. And I'm not going to read all of this, but it was funny for a while until we realized they didn't even have to come back. They can still keep scamming us.
Unfortunately. There was a brief moment where things were feeling good, though.
And it's still something, right? And I hope there's more to come. I hope the administration, Stephen Miller, please. I hope the administration realizes the backlash from this. This was not it's a start, but we need to redo this because, like I said before, H-1B started as we can't get workers here, right? Nobody knows how to do this database work. I'm Google. Nobody knows how to do this database work. We need someone here. And in reality, there's one guy in Russia who can do it. Bring him over. But in reality, it's become this Indian jobs program to the U.S. We've covered it before on the podcast. 75% of all H-1B holders are Indian. We've talked about how China and India.
I mean, you look at Kash Patel's running the FBI right now. You look at the guy in New York who's about to perhaps win. You know? What is this? Oh, it's a freaking sorcery. All right, yeah, this game's dead. I don't think we're going to win this.
Have similar numbers, but India way outperforms them on H-1Bs. So it's kind of become a scam, and Indians are the face of H-1B right now.
Yeah.
They love firing.
It's just, we've just given up on our country at this point in time, chat. We just stopped caring. We just stopped protecting our borders, and we've got a bunch of freaking politicians that are either bought and paid for or blackmailed into silence to look the other way. Corruption, corruptible, compelled politicians.
White workers, American workers, and hiring their cousins.
Yeah.
And it's people, insiders on Silicon Valley, people who know how it works, they realize it's a scam. The closer you are to this, the more you realize it's a scam. And that's why a half measure or a step in the right direction is not enough for this Trump administration. And we have the mandate. Stephen Miller, please, we're begging you to get another leg on this executive order because it's really not enough. We need a total flushing of the proverbial turd that is H-1B. And we're not talking about, and actually, yeah, we are going to flush it to the Ganges. They have to go back.
And like we mentioned, when they're fraudulently working in India and getting American dollars in their pay, that directly impacts the Indian economy, helps the Indian economy. They probably pay $1 for rent a month.
Yeah, and we've talked about how high remittances are to India, too. That's money that, a job that leaves our country to an extent, and money that directly goes out.
And then there's another stat I didn't realize. Indian Americans come to America and then vote 2-1 for socialism. Most of them don't become Americans. Instead, they attempt to turn America into India. There's no amount of economic contribution that makes up for this. 2-1 voting for socialism.
Kamala.
And there's a lot of them.
A lot of Kamala voters, right?
And then there was actually a point here. It is a little more Richard Rapboy reading, but I think he likes it.
Yeah.
It's called the candy bowl problem, and I thought this was really insightful, and we have to...
Yeah, it's talking about a poison. If there's one poisonous piece of candy in the entire bowl, you're not going to want to eat it.
Tell you about it.
Yeah, and the tweet, interestingly enough, I believe comes from an Indian woman who is an MD, and I thought it was brilliant because we've shown a lot of the Indians recently and how some of their third world behavior comes over here, comes to Canada, poaching, littering, things like that. But there's a more nefarious thing at play here, which I think she lays out, and I like this lady. Well, I think she... All right, I'll just read it. She says, what I call the candy bowl problem is the reason why Indians, who almost no one in our country thought about 25 years ago, are increasingly hated. During Halloween, kids go door to door saying trick or treat and receive candy. Sometimes a person isn't home, and so they leave a bowl of candy on their front porch. When you come across the porch candy bowl, what do? We Americans mostly know the implicit morality to take one piece of candy. Some folks will come across the candy bowl and immediately dump the entire bowl into their bag.
Yep.
Indians keep taking from the candy bowl. They're mistaking a vulnerability for an opportunity. It's a low trust / scarcity mentality, no doubt. But the candy bowl isn't an opportunity. It's a
Now, speaking of communists,
morality test that Indians are currently failing. All of the diploma mills, scammer job placement firms, and HR kickbacks, and people who max out their credit cards before leaving, never intending to pay it back, are perceived in India as capitalizing on an opportunity, but to us, they're exploiting a vulnerability. You're taking the candy bowl, and we hate people who do that. A lot of Indians are confused and angered by the criticism because they actually expect to be praised for being so clever. They think what they're doing is good and maybe even admirable. To us Americans, though, it's immoral. Vulnerabilities are not opportunities, not in our nation. This is the most important lesson to learn before coming here or to any high-trust society.
That's so true. They live in a low-trust scarcity mindset, and they go, ooh, candy bowl. No one's even looking for it.
Yeah.
No one's even looking after it. I'll dump it all.
I'll hire my cousin. I'll scam this. I'll do that. We've shown a bunch of the examples over the history of the show. The guy who worked at a bank making $80,000 a year, talking about what he got from the food bank in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they see these opportunities as just like weakness, or anyone can do that, instead of what's right. Or
It's kind of like what I said, my time in Afghanistan. They mistake kindness for weakness. They are a beggar nation. If you're offering, they're taking. Their hand is always fucking out, and they will beat the shit out of each other to take from somebody they perceive to be weaker than them, as they themselves are begging for what it is that you're passing out equally to people. So yeah, they're a beggar nation. They just don't value life the same.
Or who it's meant for, the intended purpose. And then not only is that candy bowl thing metaphorical, but sometimes it's literal. Like in this next example, this was a Facebook post from Waterloo in Canada from the Rustic Oven, and they said, "Hi, everyone. Does anyone know who this man is? He left today with $120 worth of baked goods and 3 cartons of eggs and forgot to pay. He was driving a large..."
Why did you redeem?
All of you who support me and continue to support me, thank
Do
you so
not
much.
redeem.
To me, blah, blah, blah. So this is one of those no employees, like trust stands. What do they call them?
Yeah.
The trust stands, the farm stands.
Yeah.
And an Indian guy who drives a Lincoln Navigator.
Nice car.
How much is a Lincoln Navigator? 70 grand these days?
Yeah.
And a turban comes and takes everything he can hand over fist, literally empties the candy bowl, and drives away. And he's got identifying tattoos. He's on camera. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Nothing will happen to him, though. Nothing will happen to him. Just like somebody else we know. But maybe something will happen to him. Maybe he'll finally go to jail.
Thinks he's smart because no one's even here watching. Oh, I can take all of this. And if you're still unsure, look at this next photo.
What is this?
Right in front of Microsoft.
This guy was shitting like a rocket-propelled jet right in front of Microsoft?
Right in front of him. That's like a multi-trillion-dollar company. And
$3
he
trillion.
blows a dump like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
And we're going to wrap this segment up. We have a couple more things here. Can you read the H-1B lottery thing?
Well, this we've already talked about. This is just a guy giving a personal example of a lot of people who, after losing their job or failing the H-1B lottery, people maxing out their credit card before leaving. So they get free 10 grand.
Yeah, they don't plan on paying it. They just leave.
To spend on whatever they want. And they know they'll never come back to America, so they might as well rip off Visa or rip off Citibank. Right?
And this guy posted that saying U.S. banks would stop providing credit cards to immigrants and like how scary that would be.
Yeah.
And then someone replied to him and said, Indians are loading up on U.S. credit card debt they plan to never pay back. What worries me about this?
What if they stop being given credit cards?
What if they stop being given credit cards? That's how they think.
Yeah, totally.
Pretty crazy. And then we have another example
of desperation and betrayal and snake mentality for some of these Indians. Somebody posted on some sort of message board, "Hi guys, please help me with the decision. My husband is an H-1B holder earning $140K per year. I am H-4 and working. We don't have kids due to his H-1B visa uncertainty, and we are very stressed out. There's a guy in my office who is a green card holder who is financially well settled. He likes me a lot, and I kind of like him too. Can I divorce my..."
Imagine being so devoid of any meaningful contact in your life that you seek to go to a forum where you basically tell the people in the forum that you don't like them very much. You don't like them very much. Matter of fact, you kind of hate them. It's just such a weird flex. It's weird. Strange. You know? I don't really understand it. I think I'm going to do this. Oh, I probably shouldn't have, but okay. I should, just imagine to go to a place where you claim to dislike the person who's like the keynote speaker, just so you can heckle like a fucking retard from the cheap seats. Imagine doing that and not really providing any like meaningful dialogue or interest. Just imagine like going to a place that you despise just so you can act like a hall monitor and tell everyone to slow down. Where's your pass? The bell rang. The bells are about to ring. You better get to class.
My husband and marry my colleague. I don't want to be stressed out for visa in future, and I never want to visit India again.
Not good.
So you're going to leave your husband because some guy with a green card is nearby. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then to wrap up the whole section, H-1B was started like 35 years ago.
1990.
And this is where it's gotten to. Has that been people exploiting the candy bowl?
Yeah, it has the entire time. And it's really a honey hole for India. And now there's an India lobby. And if you think about how many people are in India,
I think we should round them all up to include the politicians that turned their back on this or were paid off by a certain group in the Middle East, and get them all the fuck out of our country. Round them all the fuck up and get them the fuck out. Starting to understand some things in history now, just a little bit more clearly.
like, they can just keep exporting people forever.
Billion.
And it's not necessarily good for the world as a whole.
Good point.
So, yeah, again, it's one of those things where 35 years and then whoop, it's over. Like, shit changes so fast that if the Trump administration doesn't do something to seriously stop it or reverse some of the negatives that have happened, then I'm losing a little faith because that 100K is not enough.
I totally agree. All right, we're going to go abroad for our migrant section now. We're going to go kind of fast through this just because we're running low on time. We can't be having these housekeepings go over an hour. First, this guy in the
It's
UK.
not housekeeping at that point. It's just the whole show.
I know.
So,
first is this white guy in the UK going to a certain neighborhood, and look what happens to him. So it's a no-go zone.
Yeah.
It's a true no-go zone.
Double-decker buses, beautiful London. 40.
Some more of that sweet, sweet socialism right there, huh?
Neighborhood, and look what happens to him. So it's a no-go zone.
Yeah.
It's a true no-go zone.
Double.
Yeah, it's almost like what did I say about Islam? What exactly did I say about Islam? When they don't have the right amount of numbers, what's up, U-Haul? They all go along to get along and act like they're whatever. When they get a certain amount of number, then they try to act like they're victims in order to get special treatment from people around them, right? So interesting. And when they get a sufficient amount of numbers, then what do they do? And what do they do? They start instituting Sharia law. They start telling you, you're not welcome. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. It's kind of interesting to me. I find it fascinating, actually. All right, let's go ahead and attack. I think I want to attack with that. And drop that.
Decker buses, beautiful London. 40-to-1 ratio of Muslims to white men. What happened?
It might be 400 to 1.
I know.
And here's what the streets look like during prayer time.
This is in King's Cross. King's Cross. Notice the irony, like Christchurch, New Zealand.
I mean, it's almost like that happened like 2 other times in our history. It's almost like this is the reason why they have walls around the Vatican. It's almost like, it's almost like this has all been planned all throughout the years, chat. It's almost like there's nothing new under the sun.
New Zealand, and there are Muslims there. King's Cross. And they're praying on the street, you know?
Not good. And then we have some stats out of France that are pretty sad.
France is experiencing over 100 rapes a day. This has amounted to 40,300 rape or attempted rape victims in 2024.
Must be all those white Christian straight males doing all the graping, huh?
An average of 110 pure day. 110 rapes a day in France.
Remember libtards, remember feminists, remember Western strong boss babes with your fist up in the air saying, I don't need a man, or I don't need a man to tell me nothing. I can do it on my own. You asked for this. This is what you wanted. You begged for this. Congratulations. You got what you voted for. You got what you begged for. You got what you asked for. You wanted to be empowered. You wanted to make your own little boss babe decisions. You don't need no man telling you how to do anything, instructing you on what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, how you should conduct yourself in the world. Congratulations. You got it.
58% of victims were minors and 89%.
Congratulations. This is the world you get when you let women make far too many fucking decisions.
Were women. That means over.
This is the world you get when there's too many weak men that don't tell women to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down when they need to be told to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Not only that, but this is what happens when men don't tell weak men to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. There you go. But you know what? There's woods, there's mountains, there's caves, there's whatever it takes for the fuckery to happen. And when we emerge and we take back the society and turn it into what it should always have been, it'll all get righted eventually. Hard times make hard men. Hard men make easy times. Easy times make soft men. Soft men make hard times. And so the cycle goes on to infinity and beyond. Mm-hmm.
For 60 minors, I
can't believe you said that shit. We should cancel you. You sound like a misogynist. Go fuck yourself. Like literally take 2 steps back and fuck yourself.
They are a victim of rape or
care.
attempted rape in France.
Isn't that crazy? 60 minors a day.
And it never happened before. It was never like that before.
And here's a clip of what it kind of could look like. This is a Ring camera. A girl was walking home from school, walked into her house, and look who follows right behind her. Walking up to someone's front door, opening the door,
and looking inside to seeing who's there. A full adult male Somali with no job.
Who they pay for with their tax dollars to live and eat food. Can I have your daughter? No. Okay.
Oh, okay, I'll just leave then.
And
I'll get her tomorrow.
Yeah, and then he walks on. And what would happen if that girl was home alone?
I know.
You know? I don't even want to think about it, but, oh, maybe he... No, look who you're dealing with.
You just wanted to talk. I don't think so.
And then we have the police tracking people down and arresting.
You know what? I sit here and I caution about, cheering on people getting rounded up. People that cheer on the death of like someone like Charlie Kirk or someone that would be just dancing and excited and laughing and mocking. Like when somebody like Charlie Kirk gets assassinated by whomever he got assassinated by. I think it's dangerous to cheer that kind of shit on, or when people get renditioned. But I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to be the one that gets renditioned. They're already rounding up all the brown shirts. Well, who are the brown shirts? Yes, who are the brown shirts? Trans-Tifa. Trans-Tifa are the brown shirts. BLM are the brown shirts. The Islamic invasion that's happening in our country right now, they become the brown shirts. They will be the first ones to be rounded up and dealt with. So as it stands right now, I don't really have a lot for me to be worried about because I'm part of the quote-unquote in-group. But I could become part of the out-group really quick. But you know what? At the end of the day, if it gets rid of people like Osen, I'm all for it, dude. Fucking round the cocksuckers up and get rid of them. Send them the fuck off to whatever camp they need to go to. I don't fucking give a shit. Fuck you. That's why.
People for flying the flag, and look who the cop.
Because it's the same cocksuckers that would laugh about me losing my rights, me losing my freedom. Fuck you. Eat a fucking giant bag of dicks. Go fucking rot in some prison and die. Nobody fucking cares. Count a Monte Cristo yourself.
They're chasing after in this clip.
Have a good day.
They're chasing after the wheelchair guy. They're chasing after a guy in a wheelchair with a UK flag. That's what the police are up to. And then here's another example of police. These police are responding to, I believe, a woman who posted something that was not acceptable on Facebook.
Okay, what was it? Sorry, I don't like the camera. You can have my body cam. I can exhibit that to you. I just don't like the camera, really. Okay, well, I'm doing this because this is my own house and I am telling you why I'm doing it. So I just need to know Why would she? She's basically viewed a post, which is not an arrestable offence.
Viewed a
Yeah.
offence, that's good.
Okay.
It happened in May, and you're completely fine. The only thing is, we need to seize the phone at this current moment.
Yeah.
The phone needs to get seized from us, otherwise we will escalate.
Meanwhile, just random, decent, able-bodied, love your country, patriotic people in the UK. Guess who's coming to take your fucking freedom? Guess who's coming? These little complicit cunts. And they're Islamic overlords. Congratulations. You fucking retards voted for it. Enjoy.
This further.
But with a voluntary interview. So have you seized anyone else? Is she the only child you're picking on?
Voluntary interview, you'd be able to come
Have you spoken to anyone else?
No.
So they're trying to seize a minor's phone because she viewed a social media post.
And eventually they push their way in the house and don't take no for an answer. So
for viewing a social media post.
Yeah, new lows constantly happening.
And that's the cop, some stupid girl and a Muslim woman.
Yeah.
And that's who's going to come enforce the law and seize your phone because you looked at something.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. And then
we're like, I saw so many clips. We're going through a lot of the international. We're at like a boiling point, guys, for international, and everyone needs to wake up because some of this shit is so crazy. You're coming to people's houses for social media posts, but then you see another Syrian migrant threaten everyone's lives, and nothing happens to him, right? So,
or the migrant follows the girl home and tries to get in her house, and nothing happened. You just let him go.
I can't arrest him. He didn't enter the house. He just tried the door handle.
So bad.
What do you expect me to do?
And then our next clip, a migrant steals something from someone, and then the civilians track him down. But look what happens with the brown security guard. Look what he does.
He's a pickpocket.
Pickpocket. They catch him fast. And then there's the security guard back there, hands in his pockets.
So what's the message here, folks? What's the message? The message is cops ain't going to do anything but take your rights away from you. If you want your rights, you're going to have to secure your rights. That's the message. The message is the cop's going to sit there with their hands in the pocket. But the second you defend yourself, they're more likely to arrest you. They're more likely to send the cops to come get you. That's the crazy part. Welcome to America. Welcome to Europe. Welcome to the West. It might very well be over, chat. It might very well be over.
So the brown security
guard. All right, take care,
with hands in
Jonathan.
his
JP.
pockets.
Comes up and he goes, relax. Everybody relax. It's like, you jump into action.
And I kind of want to extrapolate this further. I read this post about Daniel Penny, and it basically was an NYPD officer's perspective. And he said, we treated Daniel.
Yeah, see, here's the funny thing about retards. Retards will tell you it's your fault because you kept your wallet in your back pocket. They don't ever look at the criminal. They don't blame the criminal. They blame you for keeping your wallet in your back pocket. They focus on, well, you were a dummy. You kept your wallet in your back. What were you thinking? You were basically begging for that person to steal from you. Duh.
Daniel Penny with the most respect. We went through the process by the book.
I just can't even anymore, man.
But from the top down, they kept pressuring them to keep the charges,
I can't even
elevate
anymore.
the charges, keep them, make it as hard for them as possible. And they didn't want to do it, but they had to.
Hashtag liberal logic 101 right there.
And then we remember the stat from a few months ago where
Liberal
the
logic.
NYPD's police force has increased, but it's 50% minorities.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And a lot of people who aren't from America originally, a lot of immigrants, are now on the police force.
Foreign-born NYPD people.
And then
Liberal logic 101. It's your fault, man. You shouldn't have had your wallet in your back pocket. But then if you actually keep your stuff on your arm, then they make fun of you because, well, what kind of a weirdo wears his particular important things on his arm? He should put it in his pocket, not on a thing he wears on his arm. Stupid. God, you fucking people are just never fucking satisfied. That's the problem. You always have some fucking tone police bullshit. You always got some kind of criticism or critique. You fucking know everything. You know everything about everything. You can tell everybody what they should or shouldn't have done. You're like Captain Hindsight, Captain Obvious, and Captain fucking Retard all mixed up into one libtard. Fucking can't wait. I can't wait for whatever's coming to this country. Can't wait for the big cleansing that's to come. I can't fucking wait. It's shit. You know what? I'd be happy if I get swept up in it. Because you know what that means? That means I don't have to deal with the insufferable fucking retardedness that's going on in the world right now. Absolutely can't wait for whatever's going to kick off. Looking forward to it. It's going to be brilliant. Can't wait. Come sooner.
You see the Muslim woman in the UK police example, and it makes you kind of wonder, when you have these foreign-born police officers in New York City, are they going to be enforcing what the powers that be tell them to do? Yeah.
They're going to be yes men.
Hurry up.
They're going to be on the side of the migrants.
Don't keep me waiting.
Against the native population.
Don't keep me waiting. Let's fucking go. How's this going to go? How's it going to go? I can't wait to see how it goes. I hope you cocksuckers lose all your fucking gainful employment. Well, it's like Jeff, man. It's like it's the weirdest shit. Apparently, United States of America has all the master welders that it needs. Apparently, there's just no employment for master welders. Apparently, they need obsequious little spineless shitheads to just laugh and giggle like a schoolgirl farting in the bathtub chasing around the bubbles. Apparently, they need that. They need a guy who spends almost the entire day coming up with some new retarded fucking AI background for a new video about me. Or so I'm told anyway. Or really go out of my way to not even fucking be around that idiot in any meaningful way, shape, or form. How are you doing, man? Are you still right around 810 subs, or was it 19 subs? 819 subs like 3 weeks ago when I actually tuned into your shitty little fucking channel. How's that going, buddy? How's it going? I probably get more engagement here when I'm just goofing off. You know, percentage wise. Who knows? Maybe not. Yeah. Just, you're crushing, dude. You're the most unemployable fucking master welder that America's ever seen. Congratulations, dude. You're crushing it. You're crushing it. You're crushing, dude. You should write a book on how to be successful while you know everything. You're crushing it, dude. Keep doing it. You're doing great, man. You're doing great. You're killing it, bro. You're killing it.
I think every time. And they're going to take orders that like a red...
Or maybe you should try to find gainful employment with another retarded, deadbeat, fucking behind on child support, fucking degenerate pothead who probably pops all kinds of pills on top of that. Maybe you should work for him for 3 months again and not get paid. You're crushing it, dude. You're just a bastion of life's good choices. And apparently your wife is dodging frickin' warrants for DUI with a, I don't know, I think it was it a vehicle involved? Were there injuries? I don't know. Just dodging responsibility, teaching your kid how to say Allahu Akbar, laughing and giggling, thinking it's funny, making a mock sushi side vest, saying that there's this thing I never even wanted, so now we have to go to another room to have morning sex. Good job, buddy. You're just crushing. You're like father of the fucking year, dude. And then you claim that I'm after your family? Dude, your family's far more in danger with you at the head of it, even if you are at the head of it or not. Your family's far more in danger with you in it than with you out of it.
Red-blooded American who might say, I'm not doing
Clip that, fucktard.
That's not right. Those immigrant police officers will go, oh, I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, he's against immigration. He's against migrants. Oh, yeah, we'll arrest him for social media posts. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of something to think about. That's why I wanted to point that out from that clip. Our next clips are a bunch of people who are pushing back. I don't know where this takes place. This is in England?
I'm not sure, but this guy's a YouTuber, and he posts a lot of content like this. He's kind of going around Europe and exposing these kind of milling about migrants and their bad attitudes. And
Brick Jones, you should probably focus on getting a job. You don't want to be like Meth Mouth Yefe, do you? Another unemployed deadbeat who's not paying his child support. You don't want to be like that, do you? You don't want to be like that, do you?
The scams they're pulling, and this is just an example clip from him.
Very, very hostile looking people. Why are you so rude, man? Why are you so rude? Because I can film where I want to, yeah. Well, we're crazy too.
No, he's not his friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, so there's characters like this hanging around here.
Just a series of degenerate sodomite fucking skipping out on responsibility, subhuman, pretend adults running around acting like they fucking know how their lives are supposed to operate. Just a bunch of fucking pieces of human excrement. It's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad and pathetic, dude. Sort your shit out, man.
Intimidating people. I'm just walking, filming the streets. There's a problem with me filming. What happens if I was just a little girl, a tourist trying to, you know, vlog my day? As most tourists do, young girls do. They think it's cool to vlog the streets. And you met with that guy hanging outside the biggest metro station in the country.
Sometimes I will just go off and attack people at random. It's quite dangerous.
Oh, it's good that these guys are pushing back.
And they check them. But then this is like the modern day summed up in one picture here at the beginning of the video. This is in Brussels, which already had a Muslim type of problem, even when I visited there in like 2015 or 16. But the migrant walking past a poster that says the Dyke March. And you wonder what happened. You wonder who took what. So there it is. But it's nice to see guys push back. And I want to link that guy. We'll find him. He has a lot of good content like that. So
definitely. And then next, this guy in the UK confronts migrants who are smoking weed at a veteran memorial.
Do you know what this is, buddy? You know what this is? Yeah. A war memorial. Not for you not to sit on, so get out. Yeah? It's for soldiers that died. We are the migrant hunters. As it said in the paper. I'm a soldier. Oh, move. You're a soldier? Out. Move. What? Don't laugh, mate. I'll tell them. Move.
What a nice little swift kick in the fucking face will fucking make him move a little bit faster.
Yes, seriously, out. Move. Move now. Take your shit. Fucking move now. Oh, look, tell me he's come down in my own push. Move now.
Open hand slap.
So they eventually get him out. Yeah. But it's good to see that opposition, and it's good content, too.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
But that's
They're all
the kind of
military-aged men lingering around, waiting to attack, do something.
But I'm sure those social media posts are the type that'll get you arrested.
Yeah. What's next? You viewed something. What's next? Something came across your timeline, and you weren't even looking at it.
But I have a feeling I've been thinking some negative thoughts about the migrants. What's on your mind? It's illegal.
That's basically it, dude.
And then this next thing happened in the Netherlands, I believe.
Yeah, this is some Dutch resistance.
Dutch resistance against the police.
Over migrants specifically. And like, the way I see this sort of reaction, it's like you've given no one a choice electorally. All of this sort of stuff, all of this migration stuff happened behind closed doors. Nobody explicitly voted on it. There was never like a let a million migrants in vote. And so I don't know what other options these people have.
That's the point. If they voted for this, it'd be one thing. They didn't vote for it, and you ruined their country in like 20 years. What do you think is going to happen at the end of it? Yeah. And here's something that I want to put out there because it is a possibility. Say there is like a right-wing resurgence in the countries where they can maybe vote their way out. If there is, that will be what ushers in the AI facial recognition technology. It'll be a right-wing person who wins with a nationalist, populist type of movement. And they're going to go, all right, we're getting all the migrants out. We're going to deport everybody. We have facial recognition, and we're going to be picking people up. And that might be where they usher it in first in Europe.
All right, fair.
Kind of makes sense.
But, I mean, I think something has to happen with all these European countries. There needs, and we're reaching that boiling point now. I'm seeing more stuff on social media than ever. The crowds
all part of the plan.
Are insane. The numbers are going to tip to a point where you can't do anything. So the time to act is now. And I'm praying for Europe because it's ugly what they're doing.
Very. All right, we're in our final page of housekeeping where I can say whatever I want. You can write our first story of our final page of housekeeping. The laser-based iron beam interception system declared operational. It's Israel's what's it called?
Missile.
Anti-missile technology where they shoot lasers at it.
Yeah.
And then Matt Gaetz had a funny tweet. He said, I remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene was thrown off congressional committees for telling us about these. Remember that?
Jewish space.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that, G2? Oh, huh. All right, hold on. What is this? Oh, you remember that, G2? Let's laugh. Oh, it's just nothing to see here.
Lasers thrown off shoot hills. All right, our first story of our final page of housekeeping: the laser-based iron beam interception system declared operational. It's Israel's what's it called? Anti-missile technology, where they shoot lasers at it.
Yeah.
And then Matt Gaetz had a funny tweet. He said, "I remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene was thrown off congressional committees for telling us about these. Remember that? The
Jewish space lasers.
Jewish space lasers. Turns out those were real."
Yeah. And then here's Sarah.
Huh. G2. Huh. That's weird.
Silverman.
Well, this was when Marjorie Taylor Greene said they also control the weather. It's ridiculous for anyone to lie and say that it can't be done.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Silverman said,
especially since they've been doing it since the 70s, Ho Chi Minh Trail. Probably even earlier than that. I've heard late 50s.
"You're an anti-Semitic pig," but maybe she was right about that too.
Yeah.
Weather control technology.
Yeah.
And then this next clip.
I mean, cloud seeding and stuff like that, it's not out of bounds, right? It's not out of anything.
They're doing it.
Yeah. So if they wanted to cause a flood in Gaza, I think Israel might be tempted.
Or a flood in Texas or wherever those floods happen.
You anti-Semitic pig.
Oink, oink.
Half right. Actually, maybe.
Full.
Maybe fully.
All right. And then I believe the day after Charlie Kirk was killed, 250 of our senators went over to Israel for the One Israel whatever event.
Yeah. 50 states, one Israel, something like that, whatever it was called. Horrible timing.
And then this is what Bibi Netanyahu said.
And our weapon systems, we share with the United States. We're tremendously appreciative of the bipartisan support and military.
Oh, my wife hates okra. I lead a sad life, having fried okra, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Sounds good. Homemade raspberry tea. I have chicken in one baggie and pork chops in another. Marinating. I canned a lot of yummy stuff for me. Good job, MC. You're crushing.
Military matters.
Oh, we need to plan something too. I want to meet up with you again. I want to meet up with you again sometime. I think it'd be good to see you again if you're amicable to that or amiable to that. Well, I mean, I don't want you to get accused of stalking a certain retard. Rytard.
To Israel in previous years and today as well.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if you have to drive past a certain retard's house or not to get to the center of Corridon. Very boring life. Not causing harm to others. Yes, exactly, right? Yeah, we don't want the giant pussy who seems to be the only person in America that has children at his house. No one else does. Just he's the only one that has a child, so you're not allowed. Pay attention. Not allowed to drive anywhere near his house because that could be endangering a child whose name I didn't even know until I was served stalking papers. Oh, I can't wait for that to come out. That's going to be a fun little story, boys and girls. That'll be a fun story.
But did you have cell phones?
Can't wait to show the videos and read the paperwork of that. Mm-hmm.
You have cell phones here? No? You're holding a piece of Israel right there. You know that? I mean, a lot of the cell phones, the medicines, the foods, you eat cherry tomatoes. You know where that was made? I don't like cherry tomatoes.
So the cell phones, he's saying that a lot of cell phones were made in Israel, which sounds like kind of like a threat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your cell phone in your pocket, we just exposed.
Kind of reminds me of the Kingsman, right? When the signal made everyone fight each other and stuff. And don't remember that? That's interesting. Let's go ahead and swing. So he's going to have to block that. Otherwise, he takes 7 and puts him at 2. All right, so he takes that. I gain 3, puts me at 18. Fair enough.
Voted the beepers.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And then I found this tweet about cell phones. Can you give that a read, please?
Yeah, I think this is what it's referring to. This guy tweeted, just found out that every Samsung phone post-2022 has an Israeli app called...
I'm actually thinking about getting a sandwich board and just having like a little conversation, getting a sandwich board, putting it out there, and just sit next to the park bench and seeing if people want to sit down and have a conversation. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be really cool. I think so.
Called App Cloud, whose only purpose is to provide a backdoor into your device. It installs apps without your permission. It cannot be deactivated or uninstalled.
Sounds like some Middle East non-Islamic stuff, guys.
Doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound good. I didn't fact check that before the show, though, unfortunately.
And then Edward Snowden, this is related. He risked his life to get another message out there a few years ago. He was saying how Israel has like a backdoor.
I gotta feed my dog. I'm gonna feed my dogs after this, so I'm gonna step away after this one.
All of the raw data of like every American. Not good. And to close out our little Israel section here, we have a graph. The U.S. has given over $250 billion in military aid to Israel. So we have a graph here. Basically, Israel kills JFK.
That's the part that wasn't on the graph.
And then after that, that's what happened. Causation, correlation. Yeah. The graph's right there. I see it. All right, moving on to our next section. This next clip might be a little controversial. It's a football play. An offensive lineman jumps on a defensive lineman and breaks his spine. Here's the clip.
You can see the moment the player wearing number 73 who played.
Oh, let's see. Is that that giant dude that jumps on the really tiny person? And are there any? Is it just a person? Are there any other descriptions? Anything else that maybe we can go by? I wonder. Anything else? Oh, it can't be. Probably no more descriptions, right? There's no low impulse control kind of behavior from a particular demographic.
For Kalamazoo Central, jumps on the Lake Shore player.
So here he is. He's on top of him. The guy's down. You know, to normal people watching, that might look bad, but I might need to defend the O-lineman a little bit here. Personal foul, 15 yards, definitely.
Kid broke his spine.
The kid did break his spine.
So,
but, yeah, you know, the guy's playing nasty.
Yeah, I get it.
And I wish the kid didn't break his spine and it just got, hit by that. We're O-linemen.
Yeah.
We used to play nasty. We used to do a thing where if you pancake a defensive lineman in college, in practice, you hump them.
Yeah.
And the D-line.
You pick them up, you kind of grab them by the hips if they're on the ground, and you hump them. And it's funny on film.
Because
you
when
watch film later.
You watch film right after,
Yeah.
and you see like someone getting humped, and it's like embarrassing, and it makes them better.
Yeah.
And it gives you motivation to play harder to try and get them down. And then the D-line coach would say, if someone humps you, fight them. And then we would hump them, and then there would be a fight, and then the benches would clear, and we'd fight each other.
It was basically a fight every practice. Yeah, for that brief 3-month period where we were humping the D linemen.
And the D-line coach would go, "Don't put your belt on him.
Yeah.
Don't put your belt on him." And then when you did, then you got into a fight. Yeah. So that was kind of an ugly scenario because the guy did break his back, but O-line playing dirty within the whistles. That's how you kind of dominate somebody.
Yeah.
And maybe what I used to do was if you pancake them, you let them get up, and when they're 60% up, you just run into them and pancake them again, because when you're 60% up, you're going to get knocked back over.
Yeah.
So maybe you could have done that. And I'm not fully on the offensive lineman's side.
Of course not.
It's a little dirty, but I like a nasty O-lineman.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And this is just a huge mismatch. Like, maybe that guy who broke his spine really shouldn't have been out there. It's kind of like when the Antifa people send the old lady out to go fight ICE.
Yeah.
That guy was like 6'5", 3.
Woo! All right, Trap. Looks like we got one loss, and we maxed out our wins, so we trophied. I think. Let's see. All right, brings us to silver tier 1, working our way up. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Yeah. We can't get any more wins, so we just trophied. Very nice. So we didn't quite double, but we got our buy-in back, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if there's any new stuff in this store. Looks like it's the same stuff. I do kind of like that card, though, right there. It's kind of a cool card, but... Villainous Wrath. Seems to be a villain theme here. What do we got for packs here, chat? We got 97.1 of the entirety of the set collected. So it looks like technically we're only missing 4 cards. Really not impressed with this set, honestly. Somebody said it's like a temporary set. I thought we were supposed to get I thought there was supposed to be like Spider-Man or something. I thought we were supposed to get like Spider-Man or something like that. Select 2 cards at random. All right, here we go.
50. This guy's like 5'9", 210. Maybe he shouldn't be up against him.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's this giant, fat, black, low impulse control idiot offensive lineman flopping his giant, fat, disgusting body on a helpless kid, probably on the JV team, and his back is broken. So
yeah,
I get what you're saying, but it's not going to be a popular take.
It's not popular, and I'm not on anyone's side. I am backtracking a little bit because the guy broke his spine, but I do like when O-linemen play nasty. Mm-hmm. Football players would respect that. Yeah. Next, they body swap Simon Cowell.
In the tunnel, he's walking down. And the JGT right now. When you get J-Hus, you gotta show him love. Simon and J-Hus show.
They body swapped him.
Yeah, he's got a fucked up face. Or, you say he body swapped him. I say a surgeon fucked up his face.
Then what was this?
Yeah.
That was weird. They body swapped him minimum.
I was going to look up his age, but I know it's probably really old.
Right? He's 50-something.
No, he's older than that, and that's why the face. Simon Cowell, age.
Let's see.
He's 65. Yeah,
65.
He's trying to hang on to something there. American Idol was popular in like 2002, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And he was probably 45 then.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Doing a little math, 40.
All right, next we got a shout out.
Fleckers Talks to Podcast.
The best news
podcast of all time.
Right. Try it again. Fleckers Talks the Podcast.
Fleckers Talks the Podcast.
The best new podcast of all time.
The best new podcast of all time. Fleckers Talks the News Podcast. The best talk news podcast of all time.
One more time.
Fleckers Talks the News Podcast. The best news
podcast of all time. Nice. All right, brother. All right. I'll be right back.
I appreciate it.
So they're giving him a job.
What job?
Like,
yeah.
They're putting the guys to work.
I mean, he bribed him with like an Arizona iced tea and a 7-Eleven hot dog or something.
Thank you for the I didn't realize that we had homeless show watchers.
Thank you for the shout out.
Thank you, Matt. That was sick. Mm-hmm. Before we move on, we had an RRB coffee sip counter.
Yep.
And he kept track. There was 15
sips.
Last
Good
episode.
coffee that day.
Nice job. All right, well, that's the end of housekeeping. We're now moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, we have a little bit, it's not going to be a expedited cringe, but, we have a faster cringe. First, we have a witch woman who is talking negatively about Charlie Kirk post-death.
I'm just going to say it, because all of you are thinking it. I can't keep my mouth shut. Why Charlie Kirk? Yeah, he's annoying. There were 2 better candidates if you were going to get the job done. And before you tag the official FBI account, make sure it's the FBI.
This is what a witch would have been 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Look at the facial expressions, dude. The no eyebrows, the over theatrical stuff, and then you're just a hideous creature, ugly inside and out.
Not a person you take an apple from.
What are these women, dude? What happened to these people? This is post-fried. She got fried by something.
Yeah, someone said bog hag physiognomy.
Bog hag? Yeah.
Bog hag.
Under a troll, under a bridge type troll.
Yeah, very much.
Dark. Potions, a lot of cauldron, a lot of witchcraft stuff.
Antisocial witchcraft stuff. And I had some more insight here. Can you read that tweet?
Landshark, he said, I want physiognomy to be wrong. I spend hours every day crying in front of soy-looking men, praying an insightful thought to come out of them. Nothing. I ask innocuous questions to people with unfortunate skull shapes, hoping they'll surprise me with insightful answers.
Nothing.
It's physiognomy season, guys.
Yeah.
We've been calling for that for a while. And then there's another tweet to close this clip out.
Most cases of witchcraft, the woman admitted to intending for a bad outcome. The efficacy of their ability to cast such hexes really didn't matter to our ancestors. It was enough that they understood the implication of the intent.
Very insightful.
I agree. It doesn't matter whether or not your little potions or whatever you're doing works. You're an evil bitch either way.
You're wishing death on people.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
You're trying to curse people's bloodlines.
And there's kind of the slap, if you make a face long enough, you'll end up with a face permanently and stuff like that. There is some sort of ugliness expressing on your face here. If you take some of these still frames from this woman, horrible, horrible, ugly person.
Yeah, not good.
Rotten soul.
Rotten. That's a good point. All right, speaking of which women, this next lady transitioned both of her children.
The reaction when people hear that we have 2 trans kids is pretty shock and awe. Olivia said she was transgender from the age of 4 until 5. She didn't socially transition until she was 5 years old and entering kindergarten. When James was 8 years old, he asked to transition, which meant social transition. He just now, a month ago, started hormone blocker, and he is counting down the days until he can start testosterone, which would be the first time something permanent would be happening, because at that point, it would affect fertility. If you use a blocker and go on to testosterone, your eggs would never mature. Mm-hmm. And you've always said you wanted to be a parent.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do about that if you can't have your own child?
Adopt.
Yeah, pretty dark. And where do the kids even get this idea? I know where the second kid got the idea.
Yeah, second kid saw the attention that was going to older first trans kid and goes, oh, I guess I am too.
Yeah, this makes mommy happy. And then dad isn't strong enough to not have the whole family revolve around manic mommy's emotions.
Mm-hmm. He just wants to watch the Seahawks game. Yeah. In peace.
And then we have in this situation, 100% of the kids, I guess, were born in the wrong body.
Yeah.
And CPS should be called in a situation like this in a normal country. But in certain areas, Portland and in a lot of the blue states, CPS would be called if you didn't affirm your transgender's kid's transition.
And then I thought this was illegal. Hormone puberty blockers for a 9, 10-year-old, 8-year-old, whatever the range is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think federal raids need to happen. I don't care about local CPS or whatever, Child Protective Services. I care about raid the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of time to arrest mommy. I thought this wasn't happening to children.
I thought so too.
But and then funny enough, that video, that snippet is like 1 minute and 33 seconds. We kind of cut it short. Dad doesn't say one word the whole time.
He's sitting there though.
Yeah.
Our next clip is what we mentioned in the intro. The LGBs are separating themselves from the Ts.
It says this is a declaration of independence. Lesbian, gay, and bisexual people have the right to our own organizations.
Declaramos a dependência LGBT porque tudo bem meninos gostarem de bonecas e meninas odiarem vestidos.
We are declaring our independence because we're tired of people who aren't lesbian, gay, or bisexual speaking for us in our name.
Vi bryter oss loss.
I'm not going to read it all. It's a bunch of people in different languages talking about why they're breaking free and declaring LGBT independence.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the normal sodomites are separating themselves from the body mutilators.
Yeah.
The interesting brand move there.
I know. And honestly, it's a good move. It is a good move.
Normal gay people who fuck each other in the ass.
Honestly, nobody wants to be associated with trans. That's how bad trans people are, right? Yeah. And then, the normal gay people are separating themselves, and then that mom from before is making 2 of them. It's so fucking weird and backwards. But we've reached some sort of point where even people will call these fascist or something. They'll switch up on them so quick. While they all got lumped together in some weird group just because they weren't straight.
Yeah.
So nobody ever asked to be. Even gays and lesbians should have totally different agendas, right?
You'd think.
Or women who like women, and then gay guys who fuck each other in the they get all the diseases. The lesbians kind of have less, right?
Yeah.
They do a little domestic abuse. They hit each other a little bit. What'd you say? Who are you texting? Let me see your phone. They're acting like a man, so they kind of have to get aggressive.
That's a good
But
point.
they have completely different sets of problems too. So I don't.
Are you going to be lumping everyone together still?
Yeah, no, I've always treated them differently, to be honest. The gay guys get the monkeypox. The trans people do the shootings. So I'm all very balanced. I like to separate them out.
That's interesting. And
I even treat the women who become men, the little boys, they're different than the men who become women, the sexual perverts.
So you
stroking their shit.
You compartmentalize it all.
Of course.
I'm actually on a different wave where I have everyone from like Harry Sisson and David Hogg all the way to Lily Tino. It's all one thing to me.
Yeah.
And it's like you're either a weird gay pussy or you're not. It's like a binary.
Okay.
So like Harry Sisson and Lily Tino are both trans.
Yeah, totally. I get that. But I think you're saying that as a joke, and it is our job to kind of differentiate.
Yeah.
We're deep in cringe of the week. You know what we
got to differentiate. Yeah. And we have an update, a good update from Tampa Pride, as says 2026 parade and festival won't happen, citing current political and economic climate.
Yeah, the organization's board announced the one-year hiatus on Facebook, noting challenges with sponsorships, funding, and the discontinuation of DEI programs.
That's weird.
So the money got turned off? So taxpayers were somehow footing this bill the whole time because of DEI programs?
We've been paying for the gay sex parade?
Yeah, we have, turns out. But no more, and it's good to see.
That's weird. All right, next clip is something very special and maybe my favorite part of the whole show. New Classics is that AI music creator who made the outro song we use. Fleckus talks, na 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 na, and he's really, really good. I went back to his YouTube, which is linked in the description, and he has a ton of songs that are all really catchy. This is an excerpt from a song called Your Pride.
They said love is love, and just leave us alone. It's none of your business what happens in our home. Now it's in every commercial and social media site. So we're all getting tired of these nasty sodomites. We're all sick of having to hear about what you do with your ass and who you put in your mouth. Since all
Based. Based. Yeah, we're all sick of it. Every fucking commercial. Every commercial. There's some press harder going into butt sex, big tits. Trying to press harder into his anus. Sick of it. We're all sick of it. There's some constructor out there with like an on fleek freaking manicure. Hadn't swung a hammer probably ever in his life. You know. We're sick of you sodomites and you degenerates. Get out. Get out. Repent.
Goes
I don't
so
give a damn
hard.
about your pride.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, Jeff, paint your fingernails harder, buddy. Paint them harder, buddy. You unemployed master welder. Apparently, America's got all the master welders it needs. There's no offshore oil rig that needs a master welder.
Yeah.
And you could tell he's a show watcher. We don't give a damn what you do with your ass and put in your mouth and who you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you do with your ass. It's like how I would have written it.
All right.
And that's how I feel
Based.
about the outro song,
Based.
too. It's so good that I have no notes. It's just perfect. It's better than I could have made it. All right, that is the end of Cringe. We're now moving on to Urban Decay.
Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys.
All right, Urban Decay.
All right. Who are the blacks angry at this week?
We're not going to speed through it, but...
The Blats.
we
Who are
have
the
a little
Blats
taste
angry?
here at the end of the show. Our first clip of
You
it...
don't even need to tell anybody what we're going to do. You know?
And there's like no rules.
You're kind of like reassuring yourself.
Yeah, I know. Because there's no rules. There's no one who's like, you got to keep it under an hour 50.
I know. There's no producer over here. There's no anybody. We're not with Jimmy Kimmel. We're not on a union set with $100 million in budget. We can do whatever we want. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
And then they don't need to know.
Yeah.
They'll take what's
Based.
coming to them. They'll eat the slop that we give them.
Based.
I don't call it slop.
I do.
All right, you're right. We do like to keep a pace, but that's just me. Maybe a little autism.
I know. There's something with you.
All right, so these two girls got caught stealing, and listen to their excuse.
You said that as long as it was under 500, you would get something by the citation.
And it's not under 500. I got the receipt right here.
No, that's still 40 and 50% off. They add that.
You don't get discounts when you steal stuff. You get it at the market price.
All right.
Yeah, you don't get discounts when you steal stuff.
She blat.
So they got caught stealing, and they're getting taken away because what they stole was over $500. So they knew that rule. I wonder if it was their first crime or not. But they said it was 40% off, which would have brought it below 500, meaning we just get a slap in the wrist and get let go.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just one of those cases that you see all the time with criminals where they know the laws, they know they're breaking the laws, they think they can break the laws in the best way possible, but they still slip up and are too stupid. And then this is the thing where people go, oh,
Gotta love that Izzy sub 70 IQ stuff going on there.
the prisons are overcrowded. What does arresting do? You know, Mayor Brandon Johnson or something. Restorative justice. We need to let these people out. It's these people who are tiptoeing around, stealing, thinking because it was on sale, I can come under the radar and shit. It's like almost they gave a cognitive test of, oh, you thought you could calculate the numbers? Like they were seeing the numbers like
John Nash in Beautiful Mind.
Princeton. He said Princeton. But
40% off.
Yeah, 40% carry to one. That's $100. 40%, $40. But it's almost like a cognitive test. Like, okay, you're smart enough to do some basic math on what you're stealing. You're smart enough to go to fucking jail right now because you knew stealing was wrong or right.
And then if you did arrest those types and put them in real jail, all of the petty stealing goes away overnight.
Yeah.
That's the key. All right, our next story, it's a two-part. It's a Seattle homeless child assaulter. So here's the opening context clip.
Disturbing details. A Seattle man now in jail accused of sexually assaulting and kidnapping a 5-year-old girl. Seattle police say the suspect was arrested at a homeless encampment right in the 2000 block of South Hanford Street, right about here. That is the location of Tent City 3, and it is managed by Seattle Housing and Resource Effort. Or
I'm going to be taking a break here in a little bit, guys. After this show is over, I'm going to go spend some time with my beloved. We're going to watch. We're going to cuddle and have some movie time. Don't be jealous. Just do better. So you'll have someone to put your arms around. Unless you like being single, in which case, rock on.
Or share. The site had just opened last month. Now, according to court documents, the girl lived at the encampment with her parents, as did the suspect. He is being held in the King County Jail right now on $750,000 bond.
So he sexually assaulted a child.
A couple of key points there, too, that may have flown under the radar. She referenced it as Tent City 3, meaning there's 2 other locations, and it had just opened a month ago. So, like, tent cities are popping up still.
And the government is, like, facilitating them opening up and organizing the tent city.
Yep. They're trying to grape your own children, your own history, your own genetics. They're trying to grape it right out of you, boys. They're trying to grape it right out of you.
Organizing the tent. It's like an oxymoron. Yeah. And then here's an update to that same story.
Days after a 46-year-old man was arrested at this tent city in South Seattle, the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office confirms prosecutors didn't meet the state's 72-hour deadline to file formal charges, and the suspect was released from jail.
Wow.
This is not something that will be on the...
So he's back on the streets.
Wow. So you wonder why people like Chris Ryder get away with what they get away with, and people like me have to sit before a judge within, I don't know how many days after some bullshit accusation. Lose my rights. Yeah. You wonder why the fucking everything's upside down, guys. The Bible talks about it.
And then that's 70.
And he's homeless.
Yeah. And he's going right back to Tent City. Well, where's he going to go? But this is one of those things where it's like, why self-impose? The state of Washington, why self-impose a 72-hour deadline? Like, obviously, someone made a mistake and the people in the prosecutor's office are stupid and missed it. But why self-impose a 72-hour thing? Just make it 5 days. Make it a week.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that. Like, we don't need hurdles to prosecuting crime these days, right?
And then whose side are you on when you let him go because of 72 hours?
Yeah.
Well, we got to respect the homeless guy, child abuser.
Those are his rights as a citizen in the state and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why are we... It's a matter of days. It doesn't actually matter. You can still keep it relatively safe, but not where you'd get in a pickle. You know?
Sir, you're free to go back to the tent city where the victim and you were.
5-year-old. 5-year-old.
That's Democrat justice.
Yeah.
All right, our next story, we have a couple here, a couple stories. It's the unfit for trial types. So the Irina Zarutska one is the first example. We mentioned that last week. The guy who killed Irina Zarutska was released to a mental hospital for a 60-day evaluation.
Yeah.
And we have a couple other ones now, too.
Irina Zarutska's murder is not surprising if you look at what's happening. This guy killed and ate another man's brain, is now under conditional release, but he should be locked up for life. Prison or psychiatry doesn't matter. Imagine he ate the brain of his victim, and soon you can meet him at your local grocery store. What the fuck? A Connecticut man who was found not guilty by reason of insanity for killing a victim with a hatchet and eating body parts has been granted conditional release from the state's only maximum security psychiatric hospital, despite concerns expressed by the victim's family and state lawmakers. The state's Psychiatric Security Review Board granted Smith conditional release from the hospital on Friday after hearing from a psychiatrist who said Smith's schizophrenia and alcohol and drug disorders were in full remission as a result of medication and other treatment. Blah, blah, blah. They released him,
So
right?
they released him. He killed someone with a hatchet and ate their brain. And now he's back on the streets at a grocery store near you.
Yeah, and then the psychiatrist who said his
What's up,
schizophrenia
Mimsy?
and alcohol and drug disorders were in full remission. Like,
For now.
we're talking about a brain eater not having one slip up with alcohol or drugs.
8 homeowners ended up getting shot there. That's great. That's fantastic. Hey, Mimsy. Somehow it became a druggie problem. Yeah, I mean, who could have thunk that? Who could have seen that coming? Almost like they do this stuff on purpose, my friends.
Drugs again, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there's such this tenuous, like, we got him to equilibrium for a 3-day stretch. All right, get him out on the street. Let him see if he falls in with his old crew who he's doing drinking and drugs with. And these
Good morning, miss.
those brain eaters, they really stay on their meds a lot.
Yeah.
Street rats, they love a consistent schedule, and they usually eat lunch with their meds every day.
And they refill their subscription from CVS.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go to CVS and pay for a filled subscription.
Drugs? No thanks. I'm on my way to CVS for the schizophrenia meds. Like, there's just some weird thing where they think if they get someone back to, like, this reasonable state for, like, a week or a month, then there's no need to put him in. Like, dude, if you're really, really mentally unfit, which I want to get rid of it altogether, but, like, there's no reason you can't stay in the comfy, high-security psychiatric hospital. That's a compromise.
I'll be in there, honey, here as soon as this episode's over, okay?
I'm willing to make is locked
Or at least Urban Decay.
up in the psychiatric hospital forever.
Yeah.
There's a ward, there's a basement where the long-term guys have to stay, right?
That's what I would like, too.
Yeah.
But according to Jasmine Crockett, people who do crimes aren't criminals.
I understood what was kind of pushing them there. And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal.
Yeah. Unless they're white.
That is.
Unless they're white, then fuck them. They all got to just be gotten rid of, you know?
You go, and you're trying to understand.
The
Like,
hipster
oh.
white guy who's on the verge of being in a Sephora commercial getting his makeup done.
Yeah.
Goes, yeah, Jasmine Crockett, that's smart.
That's deep. It's either really brilliant or retarded. Makes no sense. I can't figure it out live right now.
Yeah. I'll just let you keep going, Congresswoman. Anything else?
Black woman's talking. I'm listening.
Yeah.
And then this next
So
clip,
exhausting, dude.
Yeah, and it makes no sense, and you can't call it out because then you're racist. But then she says something so retarded. Just because you did crime doesn't make you a criminal. That's like the most true thing. If you do a crime, you're a criminal.
And even if I'm being generous, like, you could be generous and say people make mistake one time. It's like, so what are the 4-time felons, Jasmine? What are they? They should really go away, right?
Is everyone Aladdin stealing an apple and some bread for the night?
No.
No. And our next clip,
Nikes.
Our next clip exemplifies that. This guy is buying food for homeless people, and look what happens.
Let me review what I just did. Not today. Hey, excuse me.
Hey, you stole my wallet. Stop him. Stop him. Stop him. You got my wallet.
Yo, where's my wallet?
Here, sir. Where's the wallet? Where's your wallet?
Live on TikTok. You steal from me. who I'm buying food for people like you right now.
You were buying food for you.
I was buying food for people.
Hell? Let me go, please. No. You're not going anywhere, dude. Let me go.
No.
Let me go. You're not going anywhere.
We will strike you if you fucking move.
Let me go.
Got my wallet back.
Yo, get up.
No, he stole my wallet. We just caught him.
Yo, get the fuck.
Yeah, I do, motherfucker. So you got to stop apologizing to these fucking animals.
Hey, we're waiting. No, we're waiting for the police. We're waiting for the police. No, but he stole from him. Look, man, you're starting.
Of course, he goes and targets the white guy. Fuck that, dude. Feed him his fucking teeth, dude. Feed him his fucking teeth. Fuck this shit, dude. Oh, I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm so fucking sick of it.
We're waiting for the police. No, but he stole from him. Look, man, you're starting.
I'm guessing he works with him, too, man. I bet they work together.
Get off of there, man.
Get the fuck out, dude. Are you a cop? Are you a cop? Yo, you want it?
Great. Now you.
I don't understand why you let these fucking retards punk you out. I really don't. They can't fucking throw a punch 90% of the time. The only way they win is if there's 10 of them stomping one fucking dude out. I don't know why you fucking people are scared of these fucking idiots, dude. They're fucking chumps, half of them. Half of them, they just want to yell real fucking loud and act like they're fucking tough. At the end of the day, they don't know how to fucking... You ever see them fucking try to throw a punch? You ever see the way they do this like weird fucking shit, dude? What kind of fighting stance is that shit, man? Fucking feed him his fucking teeth. Do enough Daniel fucking pennies. These motherfuckers will start fucking acting right.
Let him get away.
What up? What up?
Wow, now it's a racial thing.
Yeah, see?
Racial thing, eh?
Yeah.
Makes you want to say it.
Did you see that? Watch. When that guy stopped trying to fucking be polite and basically said, all right, you want to fucking go? Let's go. Watch how the guy starts fucking withdrawing. Watch.
Had to make it a racial thing.
What up?
Great. Now you let him get away.
What up? What up?
Wow, now it's a racial thing. Had to make it a racial thing, eh?
Makes you want to say it.
Well,
yeah. Insular time.
After the camera starts rolling. But man, just like a guy with no context comes up and starts like putting his own. Like, what if this guy headlocking this black guy on the street really was like a sick fuck and was looking for a fight?
Mm-hmm.
This guy immediately puts his neck on the line
to defend him just because he's black
for a racial compatriot, and like he's angry and ready to fight. So that's who we're dealing with as a society. 3 people come together to help stop a pickpocket or whatever you want to call it, who's stealing from a literal guy who.
Listen, man, I don't understand when people are you just got to stop fucking being nice to people. They don't fucking give a shit about you. They'll fucking step over your corpse and loot your fucking pocket like you're a fucking human pinata. I can show you video after video after video of exactly that fucking happening. Wake the fuck up, dude. You're replaceable. You're just a fucking tool for them to fucking build something more without having to actually earn it. That's what you are to these fucking people. You're nothing. You're absolutely nothing.
Who's in a walker, in a scooter, and then you immediately side with the criminal. So criminals ain't criminals, Jasmine Crockett. And then criminals side with each other and let them get away.
What's up, Mimsy?
It's a dark fucking situation. So 3 good guys can be outranked by 1 psycho, right?
Yep.
They can contain.
Not if I was there, bro. You'd have to fucking break my neck, motherfucker. Let's fucking test it out. Let's see how your little fucking theory works out for you, buddy. Now understand, you asked for the ass whooping you're about to receive. Understand. You asked for it.
In 1 psycho, but once 2 psychos come, then all of a sudden it's a problem. It makes me sick. And you know, how many offenses did that guy have?
Yeah, a lot.
So,
and you automatically defend him because he's black, and there's a white guy holding a black guy down as if he's not most likely a criminal.
Yeah.
All right. Our last story from Urban Decay is a local story in St. Pete. A woman was ran over, and it was a hit and run, and she died. Can you read that, please?
Yeah. Kirsten.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. You won't see it in the news. Why? Because she's a white woman, and who's the perp? Diversity making us strong. You won't hear about it. I'm just curious, man. At what point in time are you guys gonna fucking take to the streets and do what they've been doing for the last fucking 15 fucking years? I'm just curious, man. When are the When is the people who made this country worth wanting to invade and take over? When are you going to stand up and fucking take your country back? I don't care what color your skin is. These fucking kind of people, there's no life in their eyes. They have no life in their eyes, my friends. They're shark eyes. It's like Jaws, you know, like it's just Jaws, dude. I mean, it's just, I don't know what more you need to know.
Kirsten Strang, 38, Florida mom. That sounds like a Scandinavian name. Kirsten with a J. Florida mom killed while riding her bike by a DUI driver. Xavier Omar drove 8+ blocks as Kirsten slowly died on his hood, and he had multiple prior arrests. Here's him.
So this woman is slowly dying on this guy's hood. Just a piece of shit, fucking useless fucking eater of society. And now she's dead.
Here's her. It's just another white life snuffed out by a dirty dreads type. We've told you about the dirty dreads, guys. You always need to be profiling, but unfortunately that doesn't help you when you're a bicyclist and he's behind the wheel of a car. Guy's got a lot of traffic citations since 2020, almost 9. You know, speeding, leaving the scene of a crash involving property damage with no insurance, operating an unregistered motor vehicle, reckless driving when reduced from DUI. So he was driving, and it says possession of marijuana, so smoking in the car. You know how they like to roll their blunts and smoke in the car. Mm-hmm. Open container, driver in possession, driving on the wrong side of a divided highway. That's a hard one to do unless you're retarded, and then speeding again. And so he was drunk, basically, killed this woman. This is right by us.
I mean, he tried to get away.
Yeah.
He did get away. He just drove away.
He ran, and she died on the hood of his car. She had a young son.
Carried her for 8 blocks.
It's like this. Every time you see one of these pictures, it's like a brother lost his sister, a mother lost their daughter. You know, like there's 8 points of connection to a nice, upstanding woman in America, and there's one fucking repeat offender type who's been breaking the laws since 2020.
So true.
Makes me want to say it, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now.
Salt and Viv. All right, let's move on. Don't get too down or too depressed. We're now moving on to Uplifting Gold. All right, our first clip of Uplifting Gold. This is pretty cool. It's like wet cement corner design. Look at this. Pushes it together. I like that. Isn't that nice?
Is that wet cement?
Something. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's nice. I like that.
That's uplifting.
There you go.
People are still building buildings with a little design to it.
Craftsmanship.
All right, next we have a neighborhood celebrating Halloween a little early. So this guy turned his house into like a pirate lawn. I don't know if I even like that.
Jack Sparrow shit.
Where do you store that?
That's a good question.
There's no basement. Is there a basement and your whole basement's this shit?
Yeah.
This
pays
is
$9,000 in storage fees a year just to stunt from September to October.
This is like a $300,000 lawn thing.
Well, holy cramoly, dude. I was beginning to think you weren't alive anymore, dude. I ain't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Lone Bolt.
Yeah. Well, that's uplifting because people like Halloween.
Okay.
And it's the first day of fall, I think yesterday, so we're into spooky season.
Okay, there you go.
All right, next Uplifting Gold, blackface is back. So I think these girls are WNBA players. And they really wanted to get the outfit and look of the costume correct.
And they even got the lips. They even got the lips
right.
Oh, good to see some people not care.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is people doing comedy and they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next, actual uplifting, the massive turnout in Arizona for the Charlie Kirk Memorial.
One more time. So I'll throw up my head, praise you again and again.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that was nice, man. It was a good memorial for Charlie.
That was a massive event, tons of people. massive.
Yeah.
And it was very faith-based. It was all worship music, and everyone's proclaiming Christ is King. It was a really good thing. So sad situation, but beautiful response to it. Another good piece of news, Liam, remember Liam who had the heart surgery that we helped raise money for?
Oh, yeah. This is Liam.
That's him. It went well. The chest tubes have been removed. He's been walking around. He's eating Doritos. He's feeling better. Happy about that. That's on.
Amen, man. Well, Godspeed, brother.
On you guys. Thank you guys for supporting him and helping his parents, make ends meet on that.
That's great. And we kind of have, it's kind of like buying a racehorse. We kind of have like a vested interest in Liam now. We supported him.
We have to watch him his whole life.
We have to watch what he's up to and like see what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we get to follow. I want to get a Liam jersey.
Yeah. It's like fantasy player or something. He's like our guy now. He's our little adoptive guy.
Yeah, and then soon he'll be doing baseball. We got to watch him and make sure he does good baseball and football and whatever.
All right.
That's good. Happy for you, Liam. We love you. We're glad you're doing well.
Good to hear.
And our final clip of the episode, our Pure Americana clip of the week, is this cheerleader rendition of the national anthem. Very cool.
That's Americana.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it go on that. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I don't know if there's anything going on tonight as far as live streams go. Haven't had any contact with anybody, so probably taking most of the night off. I'm going to be working on some videos that are going to be getting released on my main channel. I'm not going to be doing any live streaming over there for, I don't know, for the foreseeable future. I think I'm going to take a break from live streaming on my main channel. But if you have to get your fix, you're always welcome to get it here, over here at Subpar Gaming. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Mimsy says, anyone who believes committing a crime doesn't make you a criminal. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Did you catch Tucker Carlson's interview of the guy who deep dives the occult Kabbalah? It's very good. I'm going to have to check that out. I have not seen that, but there's a lot of people asking the right questions at the wrong time, apparently. So I'm foreseeing that there's going to be some big catastrophic or some big war coming up really soon, or the internet's going to go out and everything's going to go dark. There's going to be a big crisis, food, water, something's coming. Because when the sheep start waking up and start questioning the shepherd, or whatever the shepherd appears to be, it puts everything in danger, my friends. It puts everything in danger. And we all know that they can't be in danger. They can't be in danger. Yeah, I don't know, Lone Bolt. I don't know if you know what's been going on with me. I got swatted by that Christopher Ryder guy. And then I think 3 days or 4 days later, I had police show up at my door where he claimed that I was stalking him, that I was harassing him, that I was threatening him, and stalking his children, which is odd because he has no children. Matter of fact, I didn't even know the name of the one child that lives at his domicile until I was served the paperwork. So apparently I need to go back to Stalker School 101 so I know who I'm stalking. Had to surrender my weapons for about 9 days, I believe it was, total. Not only my weapons, but my wife lost access to her weapons too. I had a no contact order against me for that amount of time as well. We went to the hearing. I'm out of pocket, a pretty expensive lawyer. So we went to the hearing. Evidence wasn't even offered, wasn't even allowed to be offered, because jurisdictionally he had no right to have done what he did where he did, and none of those things should have happened. I should not have lost any of my rights. And now we got some things coming down his pike. He fucking messed with a bull, and he's about to get some horns. I'll keep y'all posted on that, and understand, Tav likes to say that FAFO. Sure, FAFO. And I'm going to sit here like the Rock of Gibraltar, buddy. I'm going to be here when the waves come and crash. When the tide comes in and then recedes, I'll still be sitting there on the shore, my friend. I'll still be sitting there on the shore. We'll catch you on the flip side. Take care of yourselves if you can.